I will pray for you, but if you get on my nerve, I will cuss you smooth out. My mouth ain't under control yet, and I can throw these hands. And let me tell you something, if I get my hands on you, I promise you, you gonna know you've been in a fight. But I'm trying not to go there because I'm in transition.
All right, all right. Welcome, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Listen, we are back. I thought we were done. I thought we were done with this. And I guess not. I guess not. And because we are not done, or they are not done, or he's not done, we're going to cover it. And this is a perfect example of you need to pick your friends like you pick your fruit very carefully. Okay. Because when you go in those grocery stores and you're perusing that produce section, you're looking for bruises, dents, knots, evidence, traces that bugs didn't tamper with it. You want to make sure that you are not selecting or paying for or investing in a rotten piece of fruit, right? And when I say this is the perfect example of pick your friends like you pick your fruit, I'm not just talking about the obvious dynamic between Funky Dineva and Tamar Braxton. I'm also talking about friends that will help protect you from yourself. Friends that are going to say, all right, that's enough. At this point, it may be an overkill. Make sure that whatever you say is not harmful to you. Keep in mind that you are a big YouTuber. Keep in mind that if you go down, make sure you don't go down by your own doing. Keep in mind that you have sponsorships. Keep in mind that you have things going on outside of YouTube. Keep in mind your parasocial relationships. Keep in mind you have family and friends that love you. Keep in mind that although this may be your truth, that people may perceive it differently and not want to fuck with you because they feel like you may tell their business. Keep in mind this could impact any future deals with media outlets. Keep in mind that you don't want to go too low, that people perceive you as being a bully and not a content creator. So friend, if you go do it, keep all of that in mind. That's what I mean by pick your friends like you pick your fruit. Get you some friends that's not scared of you. Get you some friends that if they got to cuss you out and rip a microphone about your hands, they will. Get you some friends that'll say, I don't give a damn if we never talk. But you're going to remember that when it came time to protect you, I was the first one that said, don't do it, even though you pissed off, even though you may be justified, because although it's content for them and it's salacious for them, and yes, you're going to have rah go, tear her ass up. Oh, you ate, I love you. But the only person, if there are negative consequences, and if in fact you do go to court, and if in fact this stresses you out and exasperates your new cancer diagnosis, the only person that can lose in this is you, friend. And I'm telling you this behind the scene. This just me and you, friend, right? This is how like a really good friend talk. So I know you pissed off. I know you want to get your lick back, but is it worth it? And once you're able to weigh the pros and the cons, friend, shit, if you feel like you need to fire off again twice in one day, then you go for it. Because I don't think you do. And that's why I said it's important to pick your friends like you pick your fruit. Because now you creating your own crazy, in my opinion. Now, welcome everybody. Welcome everybody to the palace. I'm Queen Sheba. So if you're new here, we would like to welcome you to the palace. I am Queen Sheba. I cover a variety of hot topics specific to reality television, but only listen very carefully. I hone in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience. What does that mean? I'm not here to be an echo chamber for you. I am not here to say what you think I should say. I am here to honor my platform in the way that I do it, and I've always done it. I'm not going to switch up based on who we're talking about. I am not here to say what people think I should say. I'm just here to go with my thoughts, what I've been thinking about. And that's why I did not click that button again last night, because I was like, let me think it out. Where can I go with this? I just covered it. And right after we covered it, we ended the live. Very good live, by the way. Some of you came up, you had very good perspectives, a difference of opinions. We welcome them. And I allowed you to get in and speak your mind and speak your heart. And you did so. And many of you were very strong on where you stood on this Tamar Braxton and this Funky Dineva saga, right? Some of you support Tamar, some of you don't. You feel like she's a problem. She's this, she's that. Some of you support Funky Dineva, some of you don't. But here's where I stand. I'm a content creator. I can debate either side. I can stand on the side of the fence and support Funky. I can stand on the side of the fence and support Tamar. I don't like going with the flow. I don't like going opinion. That's the easy route to me. And it's very easy for any of us as content creators to turn on our microphones and give Tamar Braxton a run for her money. That's easy because many of you believe that she makes it very easy for people to dislike her. I can easily do that. But that doesn't help me as a content creator. What stretches me? Seeing something in this where I can be fair. I don't like the easy route. And because of that, I'm going to say some shit that probably should have been said a long time ago. People allow their emotions and Tamar's antics, her historical antics on social media sometimes to fuel their campaigns against her. Okay. Is Tamar a class act? Not necessarily. Is Tamar a class clown? She has been, but so has he. Has he shown his ass on social media? Absolutely. Absolutely. Has he stepped outside of being a professional blogger? Absolutely. Has she stepped outside of the celebrity of it all sometimes? And I know he compared her. Tony would never. Tony would never. Probably. But she's not Tony Braxton. She's Tamar Braxton. There's a lot of bloggers that would never do what you do. But they're not you and you're not them. So to me, that's null and void. And if we consider some of the things that Funky has said and done regarding Black women, it's hard for me to give him a round of applause considering his history with Claudia Jordan after the breakup of Fox Soul, where they had it was Claudia, Al, and Funky. You came to the internet doing the same thing that you're doing to Tamar. This isn't your first rodeo. You threatened to air out Claudia, and Claudia hadn't done anything to you. You said out of your own mouth a couple of months ago that when you found love, you found yourself in a very tender position where it hit you. That lady ain't did nothing to me. That lady ain't really did nothing. Yeah. But you attacked her anyway. You threatened to expose her, tell her secrets, and all of that. And the entire time, you were the only one that knew that that lady ain't did nothing. You utilized her position, her celebrity against her because you know some people don't like Claudia. And you said it, and they tore her a new one on your platform, only for us to find out a year later that lady ain't did nothing to you. And for you to come back and ask her to consider working with you again under very, very strict demands that you wanted to orchestrate. You wanted equal pay. You wanted an equal say, although y'all are not equal in your professional realms. She has way more experience, but your demand is we have to get the same money. Why? And it was very controlling. It was very domineering. And it just was very distasteful, in my opinion. The same way you attacked her for no reason was very distasteful, in my opinion. And I covered that. I don't know too much about the history with you and your friend Michelle, ATLian. I hope I'm saying it right. Michelle from ATL, okay? Because I really wasn't into YouTube, but there's bits and pieces of that floating around that you did are dirty, allegedly, right? As a friend, and you don't have a lot of nice things to say about her. So just like y'all see a pattern in Tamar, I see a pattern in him when it comes to solid relationships that you seem, in my opinion, to self-sabotage with Black women. With Black women. Why are you saying this, Queen Sheba? I gotta start with him, and then I gotta flip the coin and work my way to Tamar. Okay. But why am I saying this? Because I didn't hear anything in Tamar's interview that would warrant the venom that you responded with. And my question to those of you tuned in, it ain't a right or wrong, I don't want to put you in that position. Do you feel that it was an overkill? Do you feel it was an overkill? I'm not talking about the part telling Mendeezy's, airing out that, Tamar and Mendeezy's had a thing allegedly. If that's what he witnessed, that's what he's witnessed. It's not against the law for him to recant that. Okay. But all of that, you should have never been born and you crazy. And was there anything that she said in her interview with L'Oreal that warranted his clapback, his old nasty read? So y'all are saying yes. Yes, she said something, or yes, it was an overkill. Which one? Which one, if you would like for everyone to think that you did something that you really had zero knowledge about? Come on. You all would also, I would be very offended. I would be offended. I would be concerned. I would have questions. Why let me highlight your thing because I want to highlight this so I can come back to it. I'm gonna keep coming back to this. This is a excellent point that you're making. I would be offended. Hey, just like he was. She contacted him first to ask him what happened because she couldn't remember, right? They're friends. He told her, I don't know. They're friends. Because if we're going to talk about this, we got to talk about it. She contacted him to say, friend, what happened last night? I'm in a pool of blood. My teeth are gone. According to him, I don't know. Why would a friend not give you the rundown? Girl, you was on one last night. You were with Yandy's husband yet again. Y'all was kissing and rubbing and hugging and tugging. So he went upstairs with you. Call his ass right now. But that's not how that happened. He said, I don't know. Your teeth out? How your teeth get out? Then she said, what's Dr. Heavenly's number? However it went, either in reverse order, right? So then she goes underground. She's trying to figure out, this is just how I perceive it, right? Don't make me right. She's trying to figure out what happened. She called him as a friend. He's like, I don't know. She can't remember. Tamar, being Tamar, goes to the internet and shares with us. That pissed him off that she went to the internet. He wasn't concerned that his friend, because you said you on your, we're gonna play the live. You said you messed up. You lost a genuine, true friend. Okay. So when your friend called you for more information, I'm just curious, is there a reason you didn't share with her or remind her of her negligent, inappropriate activities the previous night before? Is there a reason that you were not concerned that, whoa, this girl done got herself in a pickle? I'm not blaming him. I'm asking questions. I'm glad you brought this up. Is there a reason as a friend you withheld that information or you were reluctant to say, listen, girl? So she goes under, she can't figure it out. You say you don't, for whatever reason, your hands off, for whatever reason, but they're friends. She takes to the internet. Tamar being Tamar. I don't know what happened to me. I woke up like this. I woke up like that. Was she being petty? Maybe. It wasn't until she took to the internet that he became concerned for him. That's a problem in the friendship both ways. Both ways. But I keep hearing the one-sided perspective that she's wrong, she's wrong, she's wrong, she's wrong, she's wrong. He appeared to have no concern from the initial phone call, right? Only the fact that you shared your experience online. So now I need you to clean it up. So when he reaches back out for her to clean it up, he's told she's in a hospital. He didn't want to wait. He didn't want to wait for her to clean it up. He demanded that she cleaned it up immediately. And Funky, you have a very knee-jerk reaction to things. You have a very low tolerance to things not going your way. And he clicked his butt. He didn't want to wait. She said, I'm in the hospital. I really don't know what's everything that's going on social media. But okay, however that went, she didn't move quick enough. I would still be concerned. But if me personally, the friends I have, I'm going to trust them. Me personally. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about my friendships. So then he picks up the phone. He starts calling around to people that are industry insiders, particularly her team. And they said, again, wait. Give her an opportunity. Let's just wait. And he didn't. Just like Todd Tucker went against his attorney's advice and then came back and tried to sue Candy for primary custody to set himself up financially and contest the language in the prenup. Sir, Candy wrote out the Bravo footage of you saying, my attorney told me not to sign, but I'm going against his recommendations. People just said, wait. Now, should he have waited? Listen, I'm not saying he should have. I would have waited. But because he didn't, now we're here. Would she have said anything? I don't know. He didn't wait long enough to see. So anywho, I didn't hear anything in that interview that Tamar recently did that would warrant this type of destruction and devastation. And let me tell you something. The reason why I'm talking about this, I know y'all are subscribers and viewers and you enjoy it. And it's good. I do too. But there is a particular point that if we enter a particular threshold, we suffer as content creators and bloggers. We cross the line. We can risk any future endeavors. We can risk people wanting to work with us. We can muddy our own reputation. We can cause people to believe that we are not trustworthy. And that's the angle I'm looking at. You get what I'm saying? So all of us could be looking at different angles, and that's okay. I'm looking at it from, and Funky, I said it yesterday. I said, this is complicated for you because you were in that relationship with Tamar. And I asked, I said, there's so many different dynamics, you guys. I said, you're in that relationship first as a blogger. So I said, you have to decide, are you going to be a blogger or are you going to be a friend? Because if you're operating on friend, you out of line. You're out of line. If you're operating on a friend basis. And if you were and Funky said he entered the relationship as a friend, then you keep your mouth closed. You keep your mouth closed as a friend. But as a blogger, you let half. It's belt to ass. But you can't switch up if you want to keep the integrity of your future intact. As a blogger, yeah, you got to eat that one. We know that as bloggers. Y'all don't know that. I know. Oh, yeah, you got to eat that one. If I'm operating as a friend and I happen to be a friend that blogs, I wouldn't give a damn if we fell out every which way to Sunday or Monday and you said things about me that were true or not. I'm going to keep my mouth closed because I was in the relationship as a friend and not a blogger. And although I can switch and toggle back and forth between being a blogger and a friend, I probably would. Because then people going to say, wouldn't she friends? What? But they were friends. Yeah. And she doing, oh, shit. I don't trust Queen Sheba. She done told all that man's business. And I said that yesterday. And if you were conflicted at any point, because he did say, Tamar, I called my friend Quisha. And I was like, Quisha, we're going to get to that. He said, I don't know. I mean, she know I'm a blogger. No, she knew. That's like me knowing my friend is a nurse or police officer, right? But I'm in my house if I smoke weed. I'm just saying allegedly. I don't expect you to take me to jail. So Funky, you, in my opinion, you were being a little manipulative because if and I believe, I don't think he's making up what he said he saw with Mendeecees and Tamar allegedly. But why are you more upset than Yandy? Why are you more upset than Yandy? Did Yandy ask you to fix it? Or is this just you just taking this one for the team? I don't understand the vitriol. I don't understand the venom. I can't justify it as a blogger because I don't know you as a friend. I'm like, damn, why that blogger got so much anger and rage? Typically, I can follow it. This time I can't. Not this time. Not what just came out yesterday. Because I didn't hear anything in the interview that warranted it. The first time, you know what? It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, it's kind of, I get it. It's rocky, it's shaky, but okay. During a reasonable amount of time, he felt like he had to go out there on his own. That could be okay. We could see that angle. We could see her angle. If she's truly hurt, we could see that. But this time, I can't see it. I can't. And I'm not going to click my microphone and pretend that I can to the extent and the level that you went to. I can't. Based on me hearing you saying that you paused and you were reluctant to work with Ra Ali because she didn't have the experience that would qualify you. Y'all don't remember he said that? A few months ago, he did an interview with Ra Ali where he said he was thinking about canceling it, right? And if you understand studio time, she would have lost a lot of money if he didn't show up. That's when he flew out. He left his bag. He seemed razzled and doubt. He seemed a bit, he had a little bit of anxiety going out there to Miami, I do believe. And his thing was he really didn't want to go because he didn't feel like she was qualified. He didn't feel like she had put in the work as a professional. And he wasn't sure if she was up to par, if he could even be doing that based on his brand. That's what he said. But when he got there, she shocked him because although in his mind, She wasn't qualified. Her work ethic outweighed any prejudgment that he had. Okay. So he was okay after that. But you set the standard. Those words came out of your mouth that the bar is high. So why are you going so low? Why are you going so low? That's my question. I just have questions, y'all. If the bar is so high for these new bloggers that are coming in, I remember you did a segment with Carlos King. And you told these people that if they're looking to be a blogger and they want to talk about reality television, hot topics, find something else because the door is closed, the gate is closed, is oversaturated. There are people that got this game sold up, blah, 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 blah. Then why are you going so low? You just installed a beautiful studio in your home for you to be more professional. Then why are you going so low? Some of you may feel, well, why is she going low? Why Tamar? See, and that's the thing. I be telling people, we're not talking about them. We talking about you. All you can do is choose your response and choose it well. You creating your own crazy, in my opinion, because you hit go 2 times. And the reason why I say you creating, I feel like the timing is all off. And there's a lot of people that do that in life, right? I used to do it when I was younger. Shit, I'm let's go, rapid fire. But now I'm not passive. I'm just patient. I gotta consider every angle, the losses, because when you engage in warfare, there will be a loss, whether it's significant or minimal. Now, what if she does sue you? I know you say you don't care, but you should, because stress isn't good for cancer. This is a very delicate, tender time for you. You should have reclaimed your time and prioritize your health and focus on yourself. See, sometimes we got to teach people how to treat us, right? Now is not the time to lose focus. You need to be strong. You need to minimize any and all stress with something so tender and harmful as prostate cancer. Your mind got to be clear. Tamar Braxton should have been a non-factor. That interview should have been a non-factor. You should have turned it off as soon as you felt like you were triggered. Period. Considering the professional that you say you are. That's all I'm saying. Now, if you're a non-professional, then hey, go for it. Considering the professional that you say you are, I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon and be like, oh, he read her for filth. He did. And I bet she won't do that again, right? Or maybe she will. But that's all you get is that moment. And I know you say, don't nobody believe her. And he read her for filth. Listen, and it's very entertaining, but that's all you get. And them the kind of friends that you need around it. That's all you're going to get today. If you do it like that, that's all you get from that. That's all you get. Now, let's run real quick what Tamar said, that he felt like I didn't like it. And he has every right to not like it. And you can't listen. All right. But if she sues you, then what? And even if you have the money, child, who got that kind of time? She can play a very long game with you financially. It ain't about being scared. It's about being strategic. It's about being a good steward over your fruits, over what is it? Your fruit and labor, your labor. Your labor is your platform, your work, the money that you make from doing it, whether you need it or not. Doesn't mean you want to get jammed up in court behind it. Doesn't mean you want somebody filing suit after suit after suit after suit where you have to go spend thousands of dollars to have an attorney represent you while you're battling prostate cancer. Make it make sense. baby. And that's why I take up the attitude. A lot of people can't sit next to me. You got to have common sense. You got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Do you want a moment or do you want a solution? I'm just talking in general. And with that being said, listen, thank you all for the super chat.
All right, Palace, the Super Chat Squad is in the building. We appreciate you, baby. The Super Chats are fire. Get in your bag.
That's a lot of money.
Yes, it is. We appreciate your support of the channel. Give me 1 second. Thank you so much. Who was this that just sent that super chat? Right here. Oh, nope. I got to say that comment. Thank you, Destination Sunrise, for the 5-piece and a pepper. Can I hug you? To see a man constantly and publicly humiliate a woman is disgraceful. No woman deserves this, whether he's telling the truth or not. I'm going to have to agree with you. But Tamar, you give them fuel. You sneeze, Tamar. There are people waiting to chop your head off over a sneeze. And I feel like she sneezed in that interview and he came and he declared war. He didn't have to, but that's what he chose to do. Right? Because she sneezed. Well, hold on, Queen Sheba. She could have ignored the question. Why she got to ignore her question to please a nigga that don't care about her? He said, listen, so now she got to walk around for the rest of her life watching how she move. She can't say, we're not going to go there. She can't say friend. She didn't call him a punk. She didn't call him a sissy. She didn't call him a bitch, a hoe, nigga this, nigga that. She didn't say his family should have never had him. She didn't call him ugly. She didn't call him old, washed out. She didn't say none of that. She didn't call him anything that he's called her. She didn't call him gay. She said a friend. I threw a party for a friend. She didn't say I threw a party for this sissy, this old ungrateful. She didn't say none of that. This hoe I used to know. Y'all crazy. If y'all think her saying whether she did it or not, I threw a party for a friend, and they say, oh, somebody thought you was your friend, we're not going to go there, that warrants this? Child, please. I would just say you've been waiting on her ass to slip up. That I can appreciate. I can appreciate a motherfucker that can tell me, bitch, I've been waiting on you. And it don't matter whether you said it or not. I've been waiting and you gave me just enough. Okay, that's fair. That's the truth. But you, no, she did not call him a name in that interview. What she said, I said a name. She said, I threw a party for a friend. Well, let's run it back. Let's run the tape. Maybe I missed the name calling. I make mistakes. And if so, I'm about to publicly apologize to you. Paper chase. Hold on. Who is this? Let me highlight it. Because you said she called him a name. Hold on. Let me make sure. Because if so, I'm going to owe you a big fat apology. And I'll have a problem doing it. I may have missed it. Let's see.
Are you aware of what really happened to you?
No, I'm not.
Or can you talk about what
I can
happened?
talk about it, but I'm not aware of what really happened to me.
Yeah.
All I know is that I went to a friend's birthday party. I gave a friend a birthday party.
Okay. Let me see if she says the name. Maybe I missed it.
Mm-hmm. Are you aware of what really happened to you?
No, I'm not.
Or can you talk about it?
I can talk about it, but
Well,
we ain't even gonna touch on that.
aware
What really happened to me.
Yeah.
All I know
came home
is that
like I would
normally do. Went to
Hold on. There's a y'all know what I'm saying. A video loop.
yeah.
So they
that, and he just got casted in the film, and here we are.
Wrong one. Sorry about that.
Are you aware of what really happened to you?
No, I'm not.
Or can you talk about what
I can talk.
happened?
Hello.
You thought was your friend.
Well, we ain't even gonna touch on that.
Yeah.
I came home like I would normally do. Well, you kind of know the spiel. I come home, I'll take a shower, I'll wash my face, I'll come back in the kitchen. We'll have,
Did I miss it, y'all? Was she called the name? Let me know what, because I can rewind it now. Well, let me continue. Maybe I missed it. Oh, thank you. I'm like, you got me over here faggot. He said, I meant to say she didn't call a name. Got it. Okay. All right. So I didn't hear anything.
Have more.
Mhm.
Talk about it, but I'm not aware of what really happened to me.
Yeah.
All I know is that I went to a friend's birthday party. I gave a friend a birthday party.
Are you aware?
Y'all, is this enough to warrant the vitriol that was spewed? She should have never been born. You crazy. Nobody likes you. I mean, maybe it is to some of y'all. I want to be fair. Some of you feel like, listen, if you even sneeze the wrong way with me, I'm going to hell on you. Some of you were raised like that. Some of you feel like, nah, I just got to Queen Sheba. I'm putting the pedal to the metal. All right. So this is what got Funky back outside again to spin the block on Tamar Braxton. You said whether she called a name or not, are we excusing that she lies? Let me say it again. This.
Hello.
Hello.
Thought was different.
This.
Are you aware of what really happened to you?
No, I'm not.
Or can you talk about
I
what
can talk
happened?
about it, but I'm not aware of what really happened to me.
Yeah.
All I know is that I went to a friend's birthday party. I gave a friend a birthday party.
This is what got us here today. So don't be confused. It's just a question. This is how we got here today. She was clearly being shady, respectfully. She didn't call nobody out their name. Bitch, hoe, you shouldn't have been born, sissy, punk, none of that. Respectfully. He was out before the letter. He came back out after the letter. Before the letter, y'all must have missed a live before that. I'm just saying, we talking about it, right? This is what got us here today. This is what set it off all day yesterday. This. Now, my thing is this. Why are you watching her if you don't fuck with her? Why are you watching her if she triggers you? Why do you know every move she makes? And that's the part that I be looking at y'all sideways. Because ain't nobody tracking that. Ain't nobody tracking that. If the worst thing you found on me is I use the word friend and birthday party to get you out of character, and that's fine. And tell my business. Now, thank you. Unless you got something that belonged to me.
I heard about you. I was waiting on you at the door.
Unless you got something that belonged to me. Suave says someone probably, they send it all the time. I'm talking to you as a blogger. I'm speaking to you as a content creator. They send things all the time. It's up to us to choose our battles. It's up to us to choose our battles. Now, Tamar, because of yesterday, and Funky Dineva spilling allegedly that Tamar is having a full-fledged, inappropriate affair with Mandizis, who we know publicly to be a married man to Yandy. He's like, you know what? But he cleared himself to be free of all charges because he said, I was always uncomfortable. Now, here's where I say, y'all don't peep this. How many outs do we give him, friend? I don't do shit as a grown-ass woman that I'm not comfortable with. You cheating, bitch, I'm not going. I'm going to get up and go to, I'm grown. And Funky is real grown. Funky makes a lot of money, according to him. He said even as high as 89,000. I only know that because he shared it. He got enough to order 10 black Ubers to get him the hell out of Dodge because he's so uncomfortable, but he didn't. He said he called his friend Quenisha. Maybe I'm saying it right. Quisha. And said, hey, I don't know why Tamar is doing this in front of me when we friends. Why is she messing with this man in front of me when we friends when she know I'm a blogger? How come you didn't tell her that? That's how I talk to my friends. How come you didn't say you want me to leak it? And I'm sure she would have said, hell no. So she was probably doing it in front of you because she thought y'all was friends. Should she have been doing it? Nah, that's a married man. If what you say is true, right? You should have asked her. That's your friend. Hey, I know how. Hey, so what's up? Y'all together? I'm not operating as a blogger with a friend. So then Tamar takes to the internet and she responds and she hits him with a public and professional response on a letterhead, which appears to be from her attorney. I'm going to read that to you. You've heard it 1,000 times probably because everyone is citing it on the internet. Now, they say she took it down. Tamar, you should have left it up. What's the point in taking it down? You should have left it up. I told you not to respond when I was on here. Now, I know I don't know Tamar and she don't know me, but I just be talking, y'all. Like I know folks. I told you, don't respond. It was a knee-jerk reaction, Tamar. And then you took it down. You got to stand on business, baby. Now you got to sue him or he going to continue to play with you. See, had you sat back in the cut, Tamar, and thought it out and be like, you know what? It was a knee-jerk response to clean up anything he said, whether it's true or not, about you and Mendeezy's. Listen, that's some effed up stuff. It ain't really no way around it because you can't make people believe it's a lie or you can't make people believe it's the truth. People are going to believe what they want to believe, right? But you are a celebrity. You can bounce back. You would have been uncomfortable for about a week or two, but now you got to stand on business to let him know he can't play with you like that. And you may or may not win, right? Because is it really defamation if that's what he said he saw? So what are you going to sue him about is the big question mark. So that's going to be very limited to say it's defamation. If he can testify, I did see you do A, B, C, D. Don't throw it out. But you still got to make good on it because you put it out there. You just have to now. And if I were your friend, I would have told you, nah, don't put that out there. This shit'll be over in a week or two. People that like you, like you. The ones that don't, then you guilty. Focus on Christmas. Focus on clearing out the rest of the year at this point. And if you did it, Tamar, and you did it in front of Funky Dineva, then girl, you know he was going to out your ass. He outed Claudia. He talked bad about Michelle ATL. Now you kind of walked into that. So you created your own crazy. That's what I would have said if I were her friend. So you're going to have to take that L. You're going to have to eat that. Period. And people probably ain't going to trust you around their man because you coming off the heels of Tawanda saying that you mess with Tony's man. And now Funky Dineva saying that Mendeezy was rubbing all up and down your leg and skirt and this and this and that. And y'all was kissing in the Uber. Yeah, Tamar, sit this one out. That's what I would have said. You need to be real quiet right now because it ain't really shit you can say at this point, because girl, he laying out details, he's laying out times and dates, and I'm pretty sure he can back it up. And if he's ready to kind of let that out, he probably got some footage, Tamar. So you sit down, even if it's not you in the bed with him. Sit down, don't say nothing, And that's why you pick your friends like you pick your fruit. You got to get you some boss ass bitches in your circle that ain't scared of you, that don't give a damn about you cutting them off. That's going to say, you wrong. You wrong as hell. Don't say nothing. I don't give a damn if you get mad. You just going to have to get mad. If you go on that internet and put that out here, you not helping yourself. Period. Period. So Tamar responds to Funky, which she probably should not have. You should have just hit him with the suit. You should have just, if you gonna do it, it should have been oops upside your head. Oh, this is child. I done got Milagros suit. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I done got the wrong damn suit. Here we go. Tamar. All right. So Tamar responds December 2nd. And this is on Walker and Associates. Now, if this did come from her attorney before I read it, sir, why would you? I just don't understand the strategy of writing a heartfelt, open. I don't understand the legal strategy of allowing Tamar to pour out her emotions on a legal letterhead. It doesn't make sense. You know, I would want my attorney to override anything that I recommend and or suggest. I would probably, if I were the attorney, I would have told Tamar, I understand what you want to do so that it gives and looks like a professional feel, but now's not the time. Because if I'm involved in it, it's going to be legal jargon, it's going to be strong, and it needs to have a serious tone. Tamar, I can't, and I know you're paying me, but as a professional, I'm not going to put, I don't feel comfortable. I'm not going to put that on the letterhead. If this guy is really a menace, if this guy is lying, then this is not the way to get him to stop. Because as you can see, he responded and said, I don't give a damn. You're going to have to come with something a little bit more meatier and heartier to scare me. Now, Tamar, you're going to have to go ahead and get you a white man as an attorney because most black people don't respect other black people.
Bro, I don't want to talk about it.
You just said I'm gonna talk about
it. I get angry. Bro, I don't want to.
Queen Sheba. No, you did not. Yes, I just did. Most black people do not, I don't care. They do not respect each other. He's not scared because you have a black attorney named Walker. Go get you a Walensky and partners. Get you a Walensky and partners. And watch niggas curtail. Go get you a Walensky and partners. You're going to have to pay. You're going to have to pay now because Walensky's going to have to work very hard to see if you got anything. You technically don't on defamation because that's his experience. But when Walensky may be able to come up with some cyberbullying, cyber harassment, I don't know. He's going to have to look really, really hard. But you get a black attorney, don't move most black people. They don't respect them. They stalk them. They dox them. They make fun of them. They'll. You get what I'm saying? So Tamar says, this summer I poured my heart into Heartbreak Retrograde, a project that includes a 6-song EP and a short film. Seeing it reach number one on the iTunes R&B charts and top 20 overall has meant the world to me and my team. Your support has been incredible. That's why it's been especially painful to watch a hurtful and completely untrue rumor spread online this week, accusing me of having an inappropriate relationship with my male co-star. Let me be clear, this is a lie. It's sad that the moment you achieve something meaningful, some people choose to respond with gossip and sensationalism. These rumors don't just touch me, they touch our families, our kids, our loved ones, the people who never asked to be dragged into this nonsense. I had hoped by now we see better from those who claim to report responsibly and love our people. As for me, I'm letting my lawyers take it from here. I'm staying focused on what I love, creating, storytelling, and making music and films that matter. If you haven't heard Heartbreak Retrograde. Yet, I hope you'll give it a listen. And thank you again for lifting us up so high on the charts. This is what you have to do, Tamar. I'm going to give you a strategy to get up out of this. So you need you a Walensky and Partners. That's the first thing. It's going to cost you a lot of money. Okay? A whole lot of money. Walensky's and Partners don't like to work for free, and they ain't got time for mess. And this is mess. This ain't nothing but mess. Okay? You can't stop him from talking. He can do what he wants, but you can't stop her from talking either. And that's the problem, Funky. You're reacting to things that you don't like, and you don't recognize that you don't have any control, just like she can't control what you say. All right? Now, this is how adults talk, right? And this is how we think. But what you need to do, Tamar, my recommendation would be you let Mendeezies lead the charge. You let Mendeezies come out and defend the rumor. If he don't say shit, don't you say shit. And at this point, sounds like he's a summertime man. Some of yours, some of mine, and some of Yandy's, and some of ours. Okay, so if Mendeezies don't say anything as a man, then don't you say anything as his woman, allegedly, his side woman, okay? This is what you let the man handle the man. So Walensky and Partners are going to handle Funky Dineva. And then you let Mendeezies handle Funky Dineva. You just stay in your rightful feminine place and go on about your business. And in the next 90 days, what I need you to do is to book a small, intimate spot in Atlanta, that wine house that Carlos King did a little show at with Dr. Heavenly. And girl, you need to host a mini concert series. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. Get you a Walensky and Partners. That's the first thing. Let the men handle the men. And Mendeezies, if he chooses to come out and address it, that's fine. But you stay in your rightful Tamar Braxton place. And then you host a mini concert series. Okay? You let us buy some tickets. And you ease on down the road while you're suing him. Because now you got to sue him. You got to sue him. Otherwise, nobody's going to take you serious. And people going to keep playing with you. He the big fish. You baited him. He took the bait. Now reel him in for the catch.
I heard about you. I was waiting on you at the door.
That's it. That's all. That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's all. That's how you going. That's the only way you can handle that. You must have missed it. Gigi, you just got here? I said it ain't really nothing to sue. You must have just got here, Gigi. All right. So then Funky Dineva responds to Tamar. And we're going to review his response. Now, here's the thing. Can he respond? Absolutely. Should he? That's on him. It depends. That's what I'm saying. What's your roadmap for your career? That's why you need friends. And maybe he just wants to continue to be a controversial blogger. Some of y'all feel like all promo is good. Not necessarily. It just depends on what you have coming down the pipeline. Yeah. But Tamar has officially insinuated that she's filing or making a legal move against controversial YouTuber. See, being a controversial YouTuber or blogger, I don't know, Funky. You jumping back between being professional and controversial, you're going to have to pick a team and pick a side. But Tamar, go ahead and open up Pandora's box and sue him because you put it out there. Hell, Meg Thee Stallion just won. You might get lucky. I don't know, but you're going to have to get you a Walensky and not a Walker. Okay? You're going to have to get you a Walensky and not a damn Walker. All right, so we're going to review Funky's second response. The first response, he didn't like what she said. Those are his words. I didn't like it. I heard something. I didn't like it. Yep. Economics said this will be the 4th blogger suit. Yep. Mm-hmm. She probably won't. That's what we said, Pearl. She probably won't, but she got to stand on it now because she said it. You get what I'm saying? That's why I said she shouldn't have said anything. That's why he shouldn't have said. I don't understand people that be clickety click, click, click. But okay. So he fires back. Janice Walker say, now, wait a minute. What's wrong with a walker? Janice, in this situation, she needs a Walensky. Okay. Now, here we go, y'all. So Funky came back last night. I said, oh, my Lord, I thought it was over. But apparently not. And this is what he had to say.
I'm in here chilling, doing whatever it is I need to do. And then people start sending me stuff. And it is a letter or a statement on letterhead from Tamar's attorney's office. And so the letter reads, official statement of Tamar E. Braxton.
I may go through that because we just read it. Now, you know why they're sending you stuff. They're sending you stuff because you're a blogger. They want you to go fetch. It's like giving a dog a ball. Go get it. Go chase it down. Come on, y'all. I hone in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience. Let's not play like subscribers are sending us most times things because they're concerned. They want you to go fetch, go play, go fight, so that they can pull up front row and watch you put belt to ass at your expense, not theirs, but it's entertainment for them. That's why they sent it to you. And you fetched and you went. Tisha says, wow. Well, see, that's the difference between the seasoned ones and seasoned blogger, seasoned content creator is not about the size of a platform. It's not about how long you've been here. It's about your mentality, your state of mind, your ability to self-regulate and self-control and pick your battles. It's a lot of fetchers. There's a lot of dogs out here that like to go chase balls every time somebody send them something. And that's what you did. And at that, and to me, when we're quick to fetch and do that, you're not in control. Your emotions are regulated by your audience and your subscribers when they can cause you to come out that quick without a clear strategy. Now, they say you started off your live very volatile, but at the end, you ended in a very empathetic way. And you said, I'm just hurt. I'm just hurt would have been sufficient. But you see how long it takes you to calm down, y'all? It took him an hour to get to the real point, which was the hurt and the pain. But hold on. Here we go.
Summer, I poured my heart, stayed in court with, stay focused on what I've been creating, storytelling, making music, and films for that matter. If you haven't heard Heartbreak with music company, and I'm here to let you know, baby, it's going to take more than a little piece of statement on a lawyer's it's going to take more than a little piece of statement on your lawyer's letterhead claiming rumors about an inappropriate relationship to scare me. Because if that's the term that we're going by, inappropriate relationship, the person is claiming that you had an inappropriate relationship. If that's the
Tamar, and if he can back that up because he asked for witnesses, then you really can't do nothing about that legally. So that's why I said, no matter what, Tamar, your inability to pull back and reel in has gotten you in a pickle. Now you got to go spend money on some stupid ass shit that's just mess. Back in the cut, you could have kept your 30, 40,000 in your pocket. And I'm telling you, don't use Walker, get Walensky. Walker can't do nothing with this. And Funky knows that. That's why he said, listen, this don't scare me because you, okay, take me to court. I saw what I saw and I synced what I saw. Take me to court, you and Walker. Now, Walensky may be able to call in some favors, but you're going to have to pay Walensky. Y'all get what I'm saying? Both of them lack self-control. He lacks self-control, and so does she. Because on yesterday, when Funky Dineva came out, he said there was been several times He felt uncomfortable with Tamar and her alleged antics with Mendeecees, but he kept going back. That's addict behavior. Not talking about his past history with substances. That's addict behavior. Damn, I know I shouldn't be eating this chocolate. I said I'm going to eat one piece, but shit, now I'm out the bed in the middle of the night eating these Reese's Pieces, and I convinced myself that it's okay because I'm just getting one at a time. But before you know it, I done ate that whole bag of chocolate. That's the first thing. Then he said the night of the incident, I don't want to go. But you went to dinner anyway. After dinner, I wanted to go home. I don't want to go get drinks with them. Well, come park your car over here. Okay. I don't want to go here. I don't want to go there. But you keep doing it. Both of you, like, what are we doing? Both of them clicked their button and fired off. She came out with her legal statement that wasn't really strategic or well thought through. He clicked his button because she posted a legal statement. Y'all don't see the out of control. But yet we just cover one side because it's easier. Number one, let's really talk about the psychology of it all. It's easier to go after Tamar because of Tamar's previous antics on social media. But let's really just talk about it and put the shit on the table because she's a woman. What can she do? It's easier to go after her. She ain't gonna say shit. She ain't gonna do shit. We don't like you anyway. You crazy. It's easier. It's the low-hanging fruit, but it's hard to look a man to say, you wrong, Funky Dineva. You know why? Because it's not popular opinion. People get pissed off. Just go after her. He's justified. Okay.
The thing that we're hanging on to, then baby, you Mr. Walker, you don't even want to waste your time sending me nothing on your fax paper because the relationship was extremely inappropriate.
All right, Mr. Walker, he told you. Now, Walker, what you gonna come up with? What are you gonna come up with, Mr. Walker? Because it can't be defamation. I'm with Funky on this one. I told you I'm gonna jump back and forth on both sides of the coin, both sides of the debate. From a legal perspective, he just gave his account. Tamar, you put him in a position to hold that piece of power. Don't say nothing else. That's what he said initially when they called. He said they called him, asking him if there was any, that they were in his area and were there any food places. And then after he gave them Ruth Chris or whatever, he left his house when he said he didn't even want to come out that night. And then after they ate, he said he didn't even want to go out. But Zeno called him and said, Tamar said, just come to her house and park your car. We'll take a driver. I ain't even want to be there. That's what he said. Fall baby. He said a lot about that night.
And I knew that this is how you was going to play it. So now we're going to take it all the way back to the very beginning. I knew this was how you was going to play it. And let's be very clear here. If y'all remember when the situation first broke and about the whole mouth stuff, and I said, and the only reason you dropped that video is because, and I said, I ain't going to do it to you. Y'all remember?
Yeah, he did. But you did it. You should have just did it right then and there. That's all I'm saying. Because you wanted to. Just like you have with Claudia, Michelle, and everybody else. Or Lisa said, it sounds like he's standing his ground. He is. He is. He's standing his ground. But it's just a moment. Yeah, he's definitely standing his ground. You said, I ain't going to do it to you. But you did it anyway, friend.
I remember that. I said, and the only reason you dropped that music video real quick like this was because, and I said, I ain't even gonna do it. The reason you dropped that music video as quickly as you did is because people had spotted y'all ass, okay? Inappropriate relationship. Well, you tell me, Tamar, if it's appropriate.
I have to agree with him. Funky Dineva can't control what people say on the internet. After he and Tamar had a back and forth, there was a woman or a man that came out. I think it was a guy that said, oh, my wife said she saw Tamar in the Four Seasons with Mendices, but it was two guys or there first. Now, Funky said he was there. Then when Mendices got there, they got up and left. Tamar, you did drop that video right after that. The more I listen to Funky Dineva, I don't know if this is true, but I'm gonna lean on my intellect. Are you in cahoots with Yandy to out Tamar and somewhat out Mendices? Is this because I can see Yandy having a little bit more smoke from Mendices, you know, because he's put her through a lot. And don't think because you sleeping with somebody that somebody may not want to get their lick back. Maybe Yandy gave you the green light to drop the motherfucking tea because you seem very comfortable saying Mendices' name.
Wow.
Somebody, I'm asking, it's just a question. I think Yandy gave you the green light. I wonder. That's what my grown woman sense says. Yandy's like, put that shit out there. Since he wants to embarrass me, and since this nigga want to play, let's play. I can see it going down like that. And I can see Yandy letting you go. And you calling Yandy, hey, listen, this bitch done got on my last nerve. Sis, I got some tea. Oh, okay. I think you've been told Yandy. And the other day, she was like, fuck it, go. This bitch still running her mouth, go. And it's so player. If you really look at it, y'all, let me tell you why it's so player. Because Yandy does win in this. This is going to time Mendices out for a second. And if this is true, what I'm thinking, I'm just thinking out loud, brainstorming. This is just a brainstorming session, right? If this is true, because Yandy may love her man, even though she felt like she had to go and get her lick back and sleep with that man that claimed that, you know, whatever. And she probably didn't want to cheat. But she's in it deep and thick with Mendices. Love the nigga, right? But he cheating on me. I can't reel him in. He's out of control. I can't leave. And here we go. Tamar. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to get my lick. And we still going to get dressed and go to dinner. And Mendices is going to have to kiss her ass through and through for the next couple of months. But the whole time he don't recognize the play, Yandy is the one that gave the green light to drop the motherfucking bomb on your ass. I'm just wondering. Because yesterday I was confused. I was like, wait a minute. You know what kind of man Mendices is. You said if anybody should be investigated, it should be him. If her teeth were knocked out and if they're going to investigate, they better investigate Mendices. I was like, now why would Funky Dineva go that far? And then it hit me in the middle of this. Yandy. But you know what? I can't blame Yandy if she gave you the green light.
Appropriate or inappropriate when we're sitting at Roof Chris and he's rubbing in between your thighs, in between your dress. Mr. Walker, her attorney, you let me know if that's appropriate or not appropriate because you were sitting there. Let me move over. You were sitting there and he was drinking and talking and he was touching in between your legs, and rightfully so. Now let me give her this. You pushed his hand and was like, stop. But you know that cute little stop that y'all girls do, and he kept leaning in.
Well, how the boys do it? How the boys do it when they're out and they're being. Are you Funky? Sometimes when I listen to you, because yesterday you said, you know, for all y'all fish or whatever, they be talking about you punk, you want to be a woman, you want to be, and I was like, who said that to him? Because I don't hear people talking like that, but maybe they do. And they were saying, oh, in the comments, Queen Sheba. But then when I listen to you sometimes real carefully, And you got to really be listening. I'm like, well, you kind of sounding like you mad because a woman gets the woman. Stop. Like there's certain, okay, all right.
He kept leaning in and whispering, and he would rub in between her legs again, and she would push his hands off again, real cute, like real 16-year-old. Like, let me know if that's appropriate or inappropriate.
Why does that bother you? That she was giddy. And I know y'all are saying, oh, he's married, but I get that. But as a blogger, why does it bother you so bad? Do you want somebody to take you to Ruth Chris and love on you and make you giddy? I thought you was in love.
Appropriate as a male co-star. And I'm going to tell you something. I just thought about something, and I thought about this in the very beginning. I'm the fool in this situation.
Here we go. Setting it up to get out of it. Here we go. You condoned the relationship. You helped.
I am the biggest fool in this situation because now it's all making sense. I'll never forget calling my
Here we go. The manipulation of it all.
best friend Quisha. And I said, you know, XYZ is going on, and I can't understand for the life of me why Tamar is doing this in front of me. I remember saying that. I remember saying, you know, me and her are just getting to know each other, and she got this stuff going on with Mendices, and she know I'm a YouTuber.
Because she's a celebrity. They do what they want. What you mean? You hear makeup artists, bodyguards coming out with books years later after they've worked with celebrities. Hell, I was at the Diddy trial. I heard Brendan Paul testify about Diddy because they're a celebrity. She's not going to stop being a celebrity because you came around. They expect you to be onboarded very quickly and recognize where you are and keep your damn mouth shut. That's why she's doing that in front of you, because she's a celebrity. That's what they do. Brendan Paul said when KK hired him, she told him, listen, keep him happy. Don't tell him no. Stay low. Stay hidden until I bring you out. If he asks you for something, you get it, including pink cocaine, including Molly, because she's a fucking celebrity. That's why she was doing that in front of you. It sounds like you're not up to par to be in those circles. That's what they do. And if they want a little coke, they gonna do a little coke. And if they want a little action with a married man, that's what they do. And that's why I got a funny feeling and a sneaky suspicion that Yandy gave you the green light, because you talking too much as a blogger to have celebrity friends. You know what type of time they on. Quit playing with me. But you shut your mouth. Diddy. Watch this, Diddy. You said, so celebrities shouldn't have morals, or do we as the general public not hold them to the same standards as we do they should, but do they? White, black, yellow, brown. They should, but do they? No, they don't. So that's why they don't fool with us, deity. They want people in their circles that know how to be quiet. They want people in their circles that listen. You understand where you are, right? That's why they be taking phones and shit when the men's be having parties with them girls and taking phones and listen. Yes, they should, but they're not regular people and they don't behave as regular people. So they surround themselves with people they can entrust their secrets to or think they can or should. But that's why Tamar was being smoochy, allegedly, with Mendices. You say, why would she do that? Because she's a celebrity. And she thought you understood. She thought you had history with other celebrities and that you would come in. She didn't know you were a rookie. She didn't know you was a poser. She didn't know you just be name dropping, but really you ain't about that life.
YouTuber, and she know I'm a blogger, and I'm curious to know if she's doing all of this because she want me to go tell it. You know what I'm saying? And now that I look back at all of it, I really do feel like it was a scheme that you set up to put me in this position.
That's a damn lie. She was living her life like she would around everybody else. And trust me, if she did it around you, she's doing it around her makeup artist. She's doing it around her personal assistant. You are not special. The lies you tell, period. The only difference between you and them is when they fall out, they go away quietly. She did not bring you in the fold so you can have access to her personal life or her cheating allegedly with a married man so that you can break the news. That's the story I think you've told yourself.
Ever diagnosed with any type of like mental illness or any type of diagnosis, any type of learning disability, anything like that?
I have a crazy problem.
Maybe she's not the only crazy one. If you believe that lady brought you in her circle for you to have access to her so you could break so you can break the story and only get 130,000 views, you must be crazy. Welcome to the palace. I am Queen Sheba. I cover a variety of hot topics specific to reality television, but most importantly, I hone in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience. See, y'all don't be listening and really sitting back like y'all should be and peeping game on the shit that be said. You be like, now why would she bring you in to break the story? Why would she not hire paparazzi where she can really set Mendeece's ass up to be with her publicly if the goal was to take him away from you? Why would she got the money to be plastered all across People Magazine, TMZ, Us Weekly. And you mean to tell me the only person in the world that can do the job is Funky.Neva?
Oh my God.
You gotta be crazy. You gotta be crazy. Don't think too. Hey, Funky Q, come down from there. You're way too high. Tamar Braxton recruited you to break an award-winning story. All right.
Position to do it. I also remember over.
And you told Quisha that, and Quisha didn't say nothing. Quisha, I'm mad at you because you his best friend. That's when you supposed to say, you on them gummies? Because, bitch, you sound crazy. Call me tomorrow when you not on that weed. Call me tomorrow when them gummies done wore off. Because, girl, what? Girl, you was talking crazy last night. You had a theory. You said Tamar Braxton recruited you because she probably wanted you to break the story. Friend, don't call me no more. You high. Girl, I was that high, bitch. I was laughing. Girl, I hollered, me and you both. And what I do? Child, I got off the phone. You did? You kept calling me back. See? But listen, no, she didn't bring you in to break a story. Let me tell you why. You're not that kind of blogger. You're not the type of blogger. You said, I'm not one of them, Tamar. I done told you once. I done told you twice. I'm not one of them punks or sissies that work for you that can be controlled. She didn't bring you in for that because you can't be controlled. You're not one of those bloggers that get used. You're self-made. I'm going to give you your credit. You've been in this shit a long time. You know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly when somebody's trying to play you. You ain't no dumb. You come from a nice family, let you tell it, Catholic school, all of that. Very intellectual. And I have to agree. Hell no. She didn't bring you in for that. That's all I'm saying.
Overhearing when I got to the video shoot, I walked in, it was you and Nivea was already there, L'Oreal was there, and y'all kept making references to, oh my God, Tamar, when this come out, it's gonna break the internet. It's gonna break the internet. Now let's get back to.
So you don't fuck with Nivea or L'Oreal. That's another trigger. Why they catching strays? So why you telling everything? Shit. Why are you telling? So now you don't. So that's y'all. If you listen, okay, he feels some kind of way about. He already heard them girls being girls, talking, playing, joking around when he walks in. And then she had the nerve to sit with L'Oreal. That's why he feel like she was coming after him. Probably. I didn't see you and L'Oreal in action. That's probably why he feels like this interview was strategic. That's why there's an overkill. You was already feeling some kind of way, it sound like, about them cackling and giggling and just being women.
To the notion of inappropriate behavior. Okay. So we've got him playing up your thighs in Ruth Chris. I don't know if that's inappropriate or not. We're going to have to let Mr. Walker or the rest of the lawyer, or I'm going to have to call Annalise Keating and let her decide. I will say this, the simple fact that when we would leave the Four Seasons and when we got to V12 and when we would leave Ruth Chris, the fact that when we was at Four Seasons, you and him bent around that corner because them girls was out there.
May he rest in heaven, my brother. I had a brother that passed away, y'all, a year ago. He died at age 49, pretty much on his birthday. Autistic. And when I tell you that motherfucker would tell your business, and I say this in lighthearted spirit, baby, he would go and repeat everything I said in my house to his friends. My sister said this. My sister said that. And you remember you and your husband were talking? In this moment, I laughed so hard listening to Funky Dineva because he reminded me of my brother when he said, and y'all went around that corner and y'all da-da-da-da. It reminds me of my brother. And it actually made me laugh in a very good way.
They saw y'all, and that softly made the blogs. Them girls saw y'all. The fact that you was hiding behind that stairwell until that car came up, that would probably suggest that what y'all was doing was inappropriate, because if it was platonic, why wouldn't all of us just walk right on outside?
Funky, you saying way too much. I get it. You're upset, but at this point, it's an overkill. It's too many details. I used to have to tell my brother, shut up. Quit talking about people's business. He called me one day. Hey, my uncle, yeah, you know, his wife put him out the house. She sure did. She put him. I said, well, listen, everybody in relationships have problems. No, they don't. My girlfriend ain't never put me out the house. I said, quit telling people's business. That's not nice. Funky, this is what you remind me of.
Into the car. When we went to the V12, man, and they lit up all the candles and stuff, man, DC's was outside behind us. He beat me there.
Funky, what are you on, gummies? Funky is telling it, honey. Whew. Let me fast forward. Let me get up out of here.
So if it wasn't inappropriate, then why isn't Mandisi and his friend in the video with us doing this? And matter of fact, okay, because since you getting your ducats in a row, I got to go ahead and get mine in a row. Because see, we forget that night at V12, there were several people, celebrity friends included, that were up in that section.
Okay, but none of them broke the T. So if what you're saying is true, watch this. If I were a celebrity, I'm sorry, Funky, you can't come with me. Because everybody understands the assignment. Let me give y'all an example of the Diddy trial. When they had Jane Doe testifying that Diddy had her doing free calls when she didn't want to, yada, yada, this and this and that. Diddy's defense team was so good. She didn't know this, but they knew that she had flew to Vegas and got $9,000 to perform a freak off. She said when she walked in the room, one of the freak off escorts that Diddy was using was freaking off with another celebrity's wife. And they asked her who all was in the room. She said about 7 or 8 more celebrities watching it, enjoying it, right? Because these are kinks and fetishes that people have within these groups. So Deity, when you say, Deity say, well, now hold on. What you say? They hiring? That was good. So listen, that's what they do, some weird shit. So Deity, when you say, should celebrities have morals? Should they? They just don't bring people like us with morals around. And they doing this, right? They watching this intimate act. And they asked her how many. She said 7 to 8. And guess what? Nobody ever said a word. So, Funky, you telling us that other celebrities were there and you're the only one that told that Tamar and Mendices are messing around, you breaking all the rules. You breaking all the rules for those groups. And even if they go to dinner, they're going to be talking about you. So if they talking about Tamar, bitch, they are talking about you too, running your mouth on this YouTube.
That witnessed what was going on, as well as the harem of girls. So this is the first thing we're going to do. If you were one of the people that were in that VIP section at V12 who saw Tamar Braxton tipsily or drunkenly sitting in Mendices' lap in a very flirty manner, please email me at...
Why would another celebrity email you? Why would another celebrity email you?
funky.neva at funky.neva.com. Okay, that's number one. Number two, if you were with those group of females that was at the Four Seasons that night when they was trying to hide behind the columns before the valet people brought the car, if you was one of those people that saw them that night as well, please email me at funky.neva at funky.neva.com.
Okay. To do what? Out her again? What? Email you to so you can come back out and say, okay, this person saw you. We get it. I don't think anybody thinks you're lying. I don't think anybody thinks you're lying. So you get the emails and then what? You re-expose it?
Because I would like to talk to you. The next thing, let's talk about this in terms of being inappropriate. And Mr. Walker, down to the law office, you're going to want to write this one down because I heard this one with my own ears and saw it with my own face. And I was really concerned. I was like, why is this lady doing this in front of me? Tamar, you going to sit up in my face? You going to sit up in my face with your three faces and tell me that you and Mendices did not have a conversation at that table in Roof Chris about him putting out a statement about him and Yandy not being together no more?
Bitch. Oh, guess who's not coming to dinner? I would never in my life. Funky Dineva. I don't think you're lying. But I would never trust you. Baby, you can't come to not one party. You ain't. No. Child. He did say they were friends. See, that's my only thing. Funky, were you operating as a friend or as a blogger? If you were in that relationship as a friend, when you fall out, you shut your mouth. Now you can keep it on her and go after her, but all that other stuff, Nivea, you L'Oreal, you and Mendices, you doing way too much. You not supposed to go there. You supposed to be quiet. Just even as okay, let's just say, well, he don't have to be quiet as a friend. That's his experience. I'm gonna give you that. But even as a blogger, you can't tell everything. You gonna mess up your future sources. People may be like, I sure want to give Funky this story, but bitch, if he ever get mad at me, he gonna show the email. He gonna tell people it came from me. I know can't nobody break it down like him, but damn, I can't give it to him because I know how he get when he get mad.
We really gonna do that? And he said he did a version of the letter on ChatGPT. And then you started laughing back and was like, no, you got to go back and rewrite it to kind of make it sound like it's you. We going to say that didn't happen?
Okay. So he's trying to figure out how to leave Yandy. He's trying to figure out how to leave Yandy. Okay, now I'm going to assume that Funky has already let Yandy know this. Yandy, I like it. I like how you're carrying yourself as a woman. I'm not saying I'm a fan of Yandy, Tamar, or anybody, but I like the fact that you got all this information and you sat on it and you still went to Thanksgiving. You a bad bitch, Yandy. I like it. I like it. Yep. Tech Money. Did he just say that? Yes, indeed. Mm-hmm. And Yandy sitting back and baby, let me tell you something. That's a bad bitch. To let a nigga run a play on you when you know you got the upper hand. Y'all been underestimating Yandy. I got to take my hat off to her. Brilliant.
We gonna say that didn't happen. We gonna sit up here and say, after he was digging in between your thighs at that roof, Chris, and he got up and went to the bathroom, that the conversation was, y'all, I can't. He just my friend. He just my friend. I can't. I mean, and then I said, Tamar, ain't he married? He ain't married. They not married. They just do that for the show. They not married. That's what we gonna do. We gonna pretend like at that video shoot for the video.
Okay. It's probably true. She like him. She said they not married. Now what we do? Oh, that's what I'm saying, y'all. I know he's getting his lick back for that slight sneeze that she took in that interview, but this doesn't help Funky.Neva, in my opinion. You telling that much doesn't help you at all.
The bedroom was right there. The living room area with the one-seater chair was there. All of us had been drinking the entire video shoot. We gonna pretend like you was not sitting in his lap with them booty shorts on and them 2 new big old titties you just purchased.
Okay. You sound really upset. And I'm trying to figure out why. Because you've been there the entire time throughout the courtship. Are you upset? And this is just a question, that you not getting knocked down? Are you upset that you not getting a little bit of that loving? Because you're doing way too much to be a blogger that don't have a dog in that marital, cheating, scandalous entanglement.
With the shirt split down like this? Is that what
you looking at her titties and her booty? You watching a man rub her thigh? Was you on gummies that night? I get it. But most people, I mean, I get he saw what he saw, but it's like funky.
What we finna do is we finna pretend like you wasn't sitting in his lap like this. He was sitting down. You had your leg crossed like this, sitting on his lap with them 2 tig old biddies like this, and we was all drunk. That's what we doing? That didn't happen? Or maybe it did happen, but that don't qualify as inappropriate behavior.
Y'all, what are your thoughts? Lord have mercy. What are your thoughts? Funky is overly invested in this to me.
Okay, or what about the part when we left the video shoot all drunk and we all went to help you take the boxes and stuff back up to your house, and he walked right on in there in your house and got on the sofa and got under the cover, bitch, like he was very comfortable laying there. You gonna tell me that didn't happen?
Okay. I haven't watched this video. This is my first time seeing it. Funky, you sound jealous. Now you supposed to give us the tea. That's fine. But you sound jealous. I'm not going to say he sound like he wanted Mendeezies. That's not what I'm saying. You just sound, I don't think you ever liked Tamar. And I said it before. Now look, Tamar, you messing with the lady man behind her back, come what may. Is that wrong? Yeah, that's that. Whether they married or not, they carry themselves as a married couple, period, point blank. Okay. Now, here's the thing. Funky, you despise her because you don't even think she's worthy of affection, love, companionship. Your commentary is you're upset not about the actual cheating, but the connection that they appeared to have. It's different if you pay attention, y'all.
Now, Vince was there because Vince came out and said hello to everybody, so I'm not alluding that nothing freaky happened, but Vince was there. We walked upstairs.
So why you running your mouth? Vince ain't said shit. Ain't no other celebrity said nothing. Vince is like, that's my ex-wife shit. That's her business. If she get caught slipping, she get caught. Why you the only one telling? Now, Vince, why you putting Vince in it? Why he gotta risk it? He's a producer, music producer. Why are you just blowing up everybody's spot? Golly, Funky.
His drunk ass went straight to your sofa and went straight to that cupboard, and he did it in a very familiar manner, like he had done did it before, or like he had done left that cupboard there before. Are we saying that none of this happened? Or are we just saying it's appropriate? I'm just trying to figure out what the basis is of the legal facsimile.
Child. Let me see what else.
All of them, starting with the white man who you used to give all your loving to, and let him handle it since he knows your ass inside and out. What you want to do?
Why you mad at Tamar because she be having men's and white men's and black men's? Let me skip. Oh, it gets better at the end. Oh Lordy, I'm scared. Okay, right now it just seems like you just right now it's sounding like you got a problem because the girl is getting loving anytime she want it. Anytime she want it. You done went from Mendeezy's, you threw Vince in there. You say, I don't think y'all did a threesome. Okay. You seem like you really interested in what her vagina got going on. Yeah, thank you, Diddy. You say, yeah, he hates Tamar because this is unnecessary. Like some of the dates, you just be like, child, I don't care. That's her vagina, whatever. You are really interested in her sex life, and I don't get it. Even a straight man wouldn't go that far. He might cover the topic and be like, yeah, Tamar got some things going on. Tamar had a couple of visitors, but all this, and you crossed your leg and your booty was hanging out and your titties was showing and this and this, and he got under the blanket. Now, where are we going with this? Oh, he talked about prep? Okay, here we go.
What you want to do? Baby, I ain't never been scared of you. I've been told you leave me alone. I've been told your motherfucking ass to leave me the hell alone. And then if y'all notice, the statement got less to do about the gossip and more to do about the album. I feel like a big dumbass right now. I really do.
Sir, you are not a victim in this. You are not a dumbass. You are a very smart, capable man. Save it.
Because I feel like you roped me into all of this for this moment to promote that damn album. It's all making sense to me now.
It don't make sense because the album is not doing what it needs to do.
It's all making sense because the way you were overly flirty and the way you and Zoe kept trying to probe me with questions, with stuff with Mendeezy's, I really feel like you were setting me up to tell it and my dumb ass fell for it.
You a damn lie. Now you trying to mind fuck her when you probably got the green light from Yandy. Y'all, you got to stay on top of this type of trickery and foolish behavior. She ain't bring you into no fold to promote her album. Child, you said she's been a flop ever since her and Vince broke up. Why would she need to bring you in? She could go hire anybody else to market and get promo. But like I said, she needs Funky. Funk is the only one that can get the job done.
Baby, what's in there wine? I feel sexy as fuck. I see why y'all like wine.
Child, make it make sense.
My dumb ass fell for it. But bitch, since I'm falling on the ground and I can't get up, bitch, we telling it all. Sure did. And you left out the V12, left out of there, got in that black car, sat all in his lap, and y'all was kissing all up to 75, 85 until we got back to your house. You gonna tell me that didn't happen?
So you like watching. You like watching.
I mean, what's... If it's a video shoot and he a co-star, then the relationship should have been on the set and that's it. We hung out on 3 separate occasions where it's just supposed to be me, you, and maybe Zoe and the makeup people, and here comes Mendeezy's.
What did I tell y'all? I haven't heard this. Didn't I tell you when he said, oh, she brought me in to break the story in the news because I'm the blogger. And I said, you a lie. Because I told my friend Quisha, why would Tamar be doing all of this in front of me? I said, because she's a celebrity and that's what that they just do stupid shit. That's what they do. And you keep your mouth closed, period. And then I said, and I guarantee you it ain't nothing special about you, because if she's doing it in front of you, she done did it in front of the makeup artist, the hairstylist, and everybody. And what did he just say? You was getting your makeup done in front of who? Didn't I just say? Your makeup team. And guess who came walking in? Mendeezy's. And ain't nobody in ATL dropped this tea. Everybody know that her and Mendeezy's are messing around, but everybody knows if I want to keep my line of work as a makeup artist, if I want to keep my line of work as a driver, if I want to keep my line of work, I got to make sure people know I'm trustworthy. Child, that ain't their business. Everybody but you know to be quiet.
And here y'all come sniggling and giggling in the corners. And sneaking in and out the restaurants. And him touching on you. And y'all having lovey-dovey, flirty conversation.
In a way, something just hit me. That's a grown woman. And she, look, that's what, but you've been with married men too, Funky. I'm not sure why you're so repulsed by it. But here's the thing. He's describing her as if she's not a grown woman. That's not a child you're talking about.
You finna really sit up here and tell me I didn't see this with my own two eyes? Mr. Walker, you LA and her and DC's trying to hide behind that column. I'm gonna help your case, Mr. Walker. Matter of fact, I might pull my credit card statement and let you know exactly which date it was. The dress was blue on that day. The dress was army fatigue green on the day we.
I don't like how you got too much detail on her. Now it's kind of giving like, you watching her too heavy. It goes from content to kind of obsessive. You're tracking her interviews. You're listening very closely. The thing that got you triggered was the word friend and birthday party. Now she had on an army blue fatigue dress, hand on the thigh. You remember there was 2 pillars. And then when you came out of valet, you hid and you tucked. And actually, I remember now there were 4 women that walked by at that exact time. And then the other time you had on a baby blue dress. I remember. And then we went up to your apartment and he came down and he put his head on the armrest of the sofa and he sunk in under that cream comforter. And I understand details are important, but too much details make me think something's off with you.
We was down to the roof, Chris, and he was rubbing in between her thighs, and she was talking about, stop, stop. Okay, so don't play with me. Don't play with me. And Mr. Walker, I hate that this lady don't win and got you involved.
That's an excellent point. Let me tell you why. I'm going to read your Dom reacts. Said Funky is like that. He has a good memory. I do too. I have one like an elephant. But we don't need to say everything that we remember. You get what I'm saying? Too much detail, and smart people know, can implicate that you're overly invested. So then it goes from having a good memory to being obsessed. Tracking, cyberbullying, stalking. If you don't like her, you can't keep track. You can't keep, what do y'all call it? You can't keep tabs on her. It gets into this really funny area as a blogger. That's all I'm saying. Too much detail is creepy. Because if a straight man starts saying it, you will be creeped out by it. Thank you, Dom. Thank you for being fair. You say, yeah, I get it. If a straight man starts saying, I saw him rubbing your thigh. Yeah. And you had on that blue dress, that camouflage dress. Yeah. And then the nigga went to the house and got down on the couch. Yeah. On that comforter. And yeah, Vince was up in there too. You be like, hold on, sir. You're scaring me. I get it. You were there, but you can't be watching her like that. Why? She was kissing him in the Uber. And hide. Hold on, y'all. I'm out of line. And she was hiding behind the pillar. And then in the Uber, they kissed a lot. You gonna be like, are you okay? I don't want to talk about it. That's okay. I don't need to know what they did. You know what? Don't even worry about it. No, I'm gonna tell you. Well, hold on. Shit, you know what? I'm wrong as hell for trying to get in them people business. If a straight man start giving you this detail, you gonna start grabbing your coat and your purse. You gonna say that nigga is, girl, hell no. Girl, that nigga been watching her. Girl, what did he do? Girl, he described her apartment. He described how many times, how many people. Quit playing with me. Y'all wouldn't let it fly. And that's what I mean by too much information. I hone in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience. Y'all better go.
In this mess, because all it's gonna be is a big old case of he said, she said, and I'm not backing down. You can't tell me what I didn't see and what I didn't hear. You cannot tell me what I did not see and what I did not hear. You old call the law ass bitch.
Call a law, Tamar. Now, I thought you said she didn't call a law, Funky. You said she didn't call a law because did nothing happen to her. Y'all say y'all cracking up. I had to give you a different perspective. Oh, I done messed up.
Okay, I got the thing going on. Okay,
y'all. That means that was my cue to move the hell on. Here we go. So he said Tamar playing the victim. Okay, and then call a law. Let's go right here to this one. Call a law.
Then want to go call the laws. Want to go down there and call Mr. Walker office. Now you said all this shit.
She needs to call a law on you. You're a man. She can't do too much with you. She need Walensky and partners. She needs to call a law on you as a man. Because you say you're not going to let it go. She can't do shit with you as a woman. So call the law. I'm in full support of that. Whatever she needs to do. And you can call the law right back on her. The problem is she ain't said nothing to you.
Shit in motion. Then you want to go call Mr. Walker office. Girl, give Mr. Walker my number. Let me tell Mr. Walker who his client really is.
Mr. Walker know who his client is. He don't give a damn about these social media antics as long as he get paid. And you were supposed to remember who your client was. You were supposed to remember, well, this friendship circle. But you out here running your mouth. Ain't nobody else gonna let Funky Dineva hang out with them.
That's probably and that's why part of me was always apprehensive about getting into these types of things. This is why I always make comments like, I stay the fuck away from fish. I don't mess with fish. Okay. And I know that there's going to be a demographic of people.
Then stay the fuck away from us. Stay away from us. Because the way you describe her to a T and her tits and her ass and her dress, I think you need to. You're creeping me out. Fish is us, women that have vagina. That's what he calls us, fish. No, he was invited, but he could have stayed away. He ain't a child. He could have politely declined. If you don't like fish, stay away from it. If you have a disdain for fish, don't eat it. Stay away from it. Stay away from it.
Of people out there who are going to take this incident and paint it as my entire character. And I'm already okay with that because y'all are committed to not liking me anyway. But as far as me being messy and not being able to be trusted and all these different things, baby, that is not my reputation amongst my friends.
Okay.
That is not my reputation amongst my friends. And I have not been invited into the spaces that I've been invited to. And I have not been around as long as I've been around being somebody who is messy, who can't be trusted, who violates friendships.
Okay. If you say so. We only going on what you're saying now. We ain't making nothing up. We just using your words, just assessing them and repeating them back to you. You're in your own head at this point.
Who violates trust. But what you're not going to do is violate me and treat me like I'm some disposable pawn. Okay.
So at the end of the day, it sounds like there was a superiority complex involved somewhere. Either he felt like she possessed one, or he felt like it was something about her that just didn't equate to how he thought he should be treated. That's what I'm hearing him say. And instead of getting the hell out of Dodge when somebody makes you feel some kind of way, you be like, oh, this bitch got me fucked up. You're not going to disrespect my time, right? Like most of us, nah, baby, I ain't going back out to eat with you because the last time I was there, A, B, C, D, you know, in your head, right? Hell no, I ain't going back to no Tamar. Every time I go around Tamar, she got something going on. He kept going back, y'all. He kept going back. He kept going back. He kept going back. See, most Black folks, when you invite us out, what's the first thing we ask? Who all gonna what? Be there. Who all gonna be there?
When them people was on that internet eating my ass the fuck up, that woman sat her ass back and she did not give a damn. Do you know how hurtful that is to think that you're becoming friends with somebody that they can just treat you so disposably? I have a text message when she dropped the video and I said,
sir, you've said nasty things that you were thinking about her while y'all were friends. While y'all were friends, you said earlier in this segment that you was calling your real friend to talk about her and spill the tea that she was seeing a married man. I don't know. You said you were a great friend that keeps secrets. Then why are you on the phone when you leave her telling somebody else what's going down? You said that. I did.
Said, oh, this was all for promotion. The lady writes in the text message, we can make up later. Please don't ruin this for me. I spent a lot of money on my project. Please, if you can't stay quiet, just support me. The lady had no problem making me collateral damage as a part of her rollout. It was all a scheme.
No, it was not. Because the album, I don't think the album is doing what you're trying to make us. Tamar did not bring you in to promote her album. Tamar did not need you for notoriety, promo, and or marketing. Let's be very clear. And I don't have Tamar music, but I'm just a person on the outside looking in. If using you really don't help her. I think she was being nice, featuring you, because really there's no place for you.
And the problem is she never expected me to act out of turn because she is so used to everybody else being around her, falling in line or being so happy to be in her presence that they'll never go against her for the sake of being friends with Tamar Braxton. Girl, I got plenty of friends.
Okay.
And somebody said Tamar only wants to attempt to shut you up because it's the truth. It is.
Tamar ain't said shit to you until you said something. Then she came out and talked about her record. This man has this big entire story in his head, this narrative about her saying these things about him and trying to shut him down. There has been nothing. She responded to you. So she's supposed to roll over and take it? She can't say shit? I think you have a very unrealistic view of how women are supposed to react. I mean, you just said vile things about her. She let it fly. You talked about her like a dog. She let it fly. You got off. You spoke your piece. She can't say shit.
It's the truth. I ain't got no reason to lie on you. And what I subsequently just ended up fucking doing to Yandy, I ain't got no reason to damn lie. What I'm lying for? I didn't want to talk about none of this. You the one kept doing it. You the one. You the one. And then got the nerve to want to go get the lawyer people.
She can. She got that money comes to me. She can. So now you mad because she got a lawyer? I think you're obsessed with control. And I think that's going to be your downfall. You can't control shit outside of yourself. You can't dictate how somebody utilizes their money, what they do with their vagina, their breasts, their booty shorts, in their Uber, in their home. If you don't like it, you move the hell around. So now you mad because she got a lawyer to deal with you?
So I can finish telling they ass what the fuck I just told the world and what I'm telling you to your damn face. I love your mama and daddy, but the biggest failure in life they ever had was your ass.
Now, that's gross. That's gross. That's gross, sir. And that's why I say he would. So when y'all are saying, well, I would expect a friend to take up for me and say something. They were never friends. This nigga never liked her. Never liked her. The venom is unreal. It's uncalled for. Doesn't require that. She ain't even gotten close to saying anything about you. And now she don't belong here. I'm going to be honest with you. The last thing I would be worried about if I were diagnosed with cancer is who gets to be here and who doesn't. That would be the last thing on my mind. I would just be prayerful and hopeful that God would heal me so that my life would be extended. My health would be refreshed and renewed. I would feel so taboo speaking over who has the right to be here, who shouldn't have been born, who doesn't this, who doesn't that. That is disgusting. I can't get behind that, period. I can't get behind it as an individual. I can't get behind it as a content creator, blogger. I can't get behind it as a woman to woman. Yeah. That's uncalled for. You know, when you read these crimes and the police describes it as an overkill, you know, if you follow true crime, and it may have started like maybe they'll describe the crime scene as a vicious fight. You know, there was a struggle ensued. But then the one that lost, they may say, oh, there was like 65 stab wounds. And we'd be like, fuck, that's an overkill. Yeah, bro, that's a overkill. And when people start to overkill, I don't give a if you're a blogger, if you're a criminal. You know what I believe? I be like, you're not a good person. It's something wrong with you. Because clearly you don't know when you're winning. Why would you say that? Why would you take it? Because I can. Yeah, you're sick. Something is wrong with you. You won. That's like people that get into street fights and they knock somebody unconscious and then you see them start to stomp their head. And you be like, you gonna kill them. They know that. Wait a minute. You just knocked them out. You ain't got to do nothing else but leave. You don't have to do head trauma and stomp the head. Now you're a monster. And I'm sorry, this is monstrous behavior. Saying that her mom and dad made a mistake by having her. Who the fuck are you?
Something about the way they raised you or didn't raise you got you fucked up.
And we can say the same thing, right? If we're going to be vicious, because some people believe that something about your mom and the way she raised you got you fucked up about Black women. And the crazy part is a lot of y'all don't hold this motherfucker accountable for the fucked up demonic shit that he says, and it's projection. You're projecting. And it's evil. And it's uncalled for. Because you said enough. The first 5 minutes, you could have ended there. All of this other shit is just hate and rage. Tamar, give God thanks that you fell out with him. Because you had a fucking dark cloud around you that feels like you should have never been born. That's crazy. That's dangerous. Give God thanks. Let him get it out of his system. Let him expose you. Let him say all of that. And Tamar, this should and needs to be a turning point for you. This is your call, your warning to back the hell up, Tamar. Whatever you doing in life, with whomever's husband. But this right here, this thing right here, baby, I wouldn't be upset about it. Although uncomfortable, I would say, oh, Lord, thank you, Jesus. If it took this for you to expose him, thank you, Jesus.
And on top of that, I'm going to take it a step further. You may not want to believe it, and your family may be in denial. There is something psychiatric with you.
See, he could have stopped. He said, but on top of that, I'm going to take it a step further. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to stomp your head. I've knocked you unconscious. I've outed you. You really didn't say anything. You just said you threw me a birthday party. And you didn't, according to him. And you used the word friend. But I've knocked you unconscious because, bitch, I spilled your tea. Told everybody you cheating with Mendeecees. But now that you're unconscious, I'm about to stomp on your head. I'm going to take it a step further. And y'all be applauding that shit.
I tried to love you, bitch.
No, you see, this is sick. You know what this is giving me? You remember that makeup artist? Or that person that Yandy broke up with? And he came on crying. And he said, I loved you. I loved you. And you hurt me. And you took the kids. Y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that? And I heard that man and they're like, oh, he's outing Yandy. I didn't care about that. I was listening to his tone. I was like, hell no. Hell no. He crying. He tried to love. Oh, no. I was very uncomfortable with that man speaking on Yandy and crying and being that emotional over her in that capacity.
In the midst of all of this, I was still low-key on here throwing subliminals. And Tamar, me and you could go out to eat tomorrow and it won't be a thing. We could talk about it and it won't be a thing. We could go back and be friends. And you kept pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing.
She ain't do nothing to you. Tamar ain't did shit to you. Tamar was on the internet doing what Tamar has always done and always will do. Tamar has been Tamar since she was younger. Hell, Tony Braxton them gave an interview. We pulled up a couple of weeks ago when they say Tamar is always in trouble. They were younger. She is, yeah, she's always into something. She ain't did shit to you. Now, you just said that something is wrong with her psychologically. Listen.
Step further. You may not want to believe it, and your family may be in denial. There is something psychiatric with you.
Okay, and you knew that, right? So why are you trying to normalize her abnormalities if there is something psychologically impaired about her? Why are you trying to have somewhat of a normal relationship with a crazy people? Normal people recognize crazy and we move along. Y'all need to listen when people talk. So now you said it's your family don't want to believe it, but I know it because I've been around you. Something is wrong with you. Okay. Then let that something be wrong. You should have been on the first thing smoking as soon as she displayed that behavior because she's crazy and you're normal, right? Let a motherfucker get to talking to themselves and I'm normal and I'm in the room. I'm to my, huh? You talking to me? Nope. I'm talking to me. Oh, okay. Where you going, child? I got some errands to run. You should have been out of there if what you say is true.
I tried to love you, bitch. In the midst of all of this, I was still low-key on here throwing subliminals. And Tamar, me and you could go out to eat tomorrow and it won't be a thing. We could talk about it and it won't be a thing. We could go back and be friends. And you kept pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. You kept pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing.
What'd she do? What'd she do?
And you wouldn't listen when a person told you to stop. You can't go around doing whatever the fuck you want to do to people, Tamar.
She didn't do nothing to you. She was having an affair. If I heard you correctly, she's with her makeup team. She's going out to dinner. She you've been around for quite some time. Mandeezy's in her kissing and hugging and touching and all of that. Okay. She took you out to Ruth Chris. You didn't want to go, and she called it a birthday party when really you didn't feel like it was a birthday party. Because her name was on the sign, not yours. Okay. You tried to love her. Okay. But something's wrong with you. Okay. And then he was rubbing and kissing you. And then I didn't even drink the liquor. He came to the party. You say it was for me. Looked like it was for him. Okay. But what did she do to you? You're in her world, witnessing her behavior behind closed doors. What did she do to you?
You can't go around creating media shitstorms, expecting people to be collateral damage and be all right with it, Tamar. You can't do that.
Okay.
And then play victim to circumstances that you created. Like, do you know what brings me peace in this situation? That
what? So you got peace. We done after this, right?
No matter what you say, no matter what you do, no matter how many attorneys that you call, the whole court of public opinion is on my side.
So you want to win. There are some people that just like to win, y'all. They just want to win. You got people like that in your family. They just want to win the argument. They're not listening. They're not meeting you with empathy. They're listening to win. They're performing to win. Okay, we got it. You're back in the public's good grace. You just wanted to be loved. And the fact that the whole court of public opinion is on your side, that gives you peace. All right. I got it. I got it.
That's really got to make you feel low as an individual, because it speaks to what the world knows of your energy and your character.
You're not a good person. You got public opinion. They on your side. Everybody loves you now. And now she should crawl back in her house and feel low because the world hates her. See, I need y'all to recognize when it goes from being content to being abusive, whether we agree or not. You cooked. You got her ass right in line, right? You can't stop him from doing that. But then you cross over, right? It's not against the law, but then you cross over, or you can cross over to this side of creation that feels wrong as a content creator. So now, you should feel real low. Nobody likes you. See, that's what little kids do to each other and be bullying them kids. Nobody likes you. Nobody wants you at their birthday party. You're fat. You're ugly. Do this to yourself. Why did your parents have you? You should have never been born. See, that's what kids do. Not all kids. Kids that don't know any better. Kids that like to bully other kids. And if you don't check that shit as a kid, they grow up as adults and do it. You've crossed over from me in the 36 to 38 mark of your video. Look at his face. I didn't even realize I freezed it on there. You've crossed over from, okay, now it's getting dark. Looking like Miss Mary, but okay.
Run across all the blogs. Run across all of them. Yeah, there are a few. He's so messy. He's so whatever. He a messy punk. Overall, the entire viewing public is like, you're crazy.
I'm not like that. That's not my commentary. I think you're crazy. I think you're mean-spirited. I think you're dark. I think you go too far. I think you have something brewing inside of you that you should talk to somebody about. I think what you just said is completely unnecessary. I think it's weird that you would tell her, go listen to everybody, nanny, nanny, boo, boo. All the blogs hate you.
I don't even watch y'all show. I don't know what's going on. But all they're saying in the comments right now is Tawanda got to be feeling very vindicated right now. Tawanda got to be feeling very vindicated right now. I don't know what's going on.
You know what's going on. You a goddamn lie. Because you said Tony Braxton would never. You watch.
On the show or whatever. But Tamar, baby. And here's the sad part, right?
Child.
Because now that I don't got all the fussing and cussing out, that was very cathartic. Like, I'm back to normal right now.
That's crazy. So that sounds like a manic. That sounds like deranged behavior. That sounds like if this were a physical thing that you told us, you would have torn up some shit for about an hour in the house. You know, that's where you rip TVs off the wall. That's where you break glass, bust holes in the wall. So the only difference is you use your mouth to tear up the house. Y'all better recognize crazy when you see it and hear it. That's the only difference. Now I got it out. Okay. Okay. Now I'm calm. Okay. Whew. Thank you. But I have to give you a visual representation of what that looks like in the physical so that you can understand psychologically, physically. Oh, that's the kind of attack that is. Yeah. If somebody like them kids and sometimes men or women that tear up shit in the house. And when they get mad, you start hiding your phones and whatever else and shit you don't want them to tear up because they can't process their feelings. They don't know how to sit down like adults. They gonna cross the line all the time and then calm down and start saying, well, shit, I guess I'll go ahead and get you a new phone but you know how I am. You know, you shouldn't have bothered me. I crossed the line. Told you to leave me alone. And you just kept coming in my room to check on me. And now that a nigga get up and put some holes in the wall, now everybody want to be sir. You just threw a full-blown temper tantrum.
In the midst of all of this, I still just want to love on you. And I know that makes me a fool.
No, that makes you sick. You said she should have never been born. Let me rewind this shit. I'm not finna do this.
And what I subsequently just ended up fucking doing to Yandy, I ain't got no reason to damn lie. What I'm lying for? I didn't want to talk about none of this. You the one kept doing it. You the one. You the one. And then got the nerve to want to go get the lawyer people. So I could finish telling they ass what the fuck I just told the world and what I'm telling you to your damn face.
Let's get to it.
Denial. There is something psychiatric with you.
Right here.
Finish telling they ass what the fuck I just told the world and what I'm telling you to your damn face. I love your mama and daddy, but the biggest failure in life they ever had was your ass.
All right, so she shouldn't have been here. And now you still want to love her, even though you were, sir. Y'all better be careful with y'all intake. But I still want to love on you. That ain't no different than a nigga that like to beat your ass verbally, emotionally, or physically. And then tells you he loves you.
Truthfully, we had great times the whole way through until you came with this fuck shit.
She didn't come with nothing. She called you and asked you what happened. You said, I don't know. You laughed. She said, I'm in a puddle of blood. You didn't show any concern. She asked you for Dr. Heavenly's number. You gave her a little funny text. She didn't respond. You don't remember. She don't remember. She went to the internet like she normally does on some stuff. None of us paid it any attention. I didn't. Child, what Tamar talking about? Look at Tamar. I scroll right on through. It wasn't until you came that I said, whoa. I guess something did happen. Because typically I don't pay Tamar no attention. But Funky Dineva said, oh. But shit. Sir, and now you want to love her. So you lied on her. You said it was a beautiful relationship from her to you. she's been nothing but kind to you. Y'all, he just told on herself, we had a good time. I ain't had, that lady ain't did me nothing. So you had a positive, loving relationship with her until she woke up with her teeth knocked out and wasn't sure what happened. But outside of that, she was a great friend to you. Sounds like it. No, y'all, he said we had a good time. That means the girl was, so she wasn't psychotic. She was acting normal. There were no mental breaks. Let me, hold on. Maybe I misheard him.
Her, somebody who could pay their own tab, somebody that ever. But Tamar, baby. And here's the sad part, right? Because now that I don't got all the fussing and cussing out, that was very cathartic. Like, I'm back to normal right now. In the midst of all of this, I still just want to love on you. And I know
I wish
that makes me a fool. Like, Tamar, I was so interested in being your friend. I'm going to be very vulnerable here. I was very interested in being your friend because I was like, ooh, finally, this girl going to have some good people around her.
What I tell y'all, you know what she wears. You know when her titties are out. You're describing her body to a T. Stuff that even women don't do, right? I hone in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience, where he was rubbing, touching her thigh, how she laughed, how she turned her head when she tucked her head down. It's a little bit too much detail for me, but okay, that's just me, right? We're still not, okay. And then you come back, I really, really had hopes for us. I really, really wanted to be your friend. I really. So you really thought she was crazy. Hold on. Witnessing her on the internet. But you wanted to be your friend. And you thought you would invoke influence over her. So you come into her life, sounds like, and maybe she wasn't crazy. Maybe she was solid. Maybe you didn't get or gain the control or the access and the influence that you thought you would have. Or maybe she wasn't as messed up as you thought she was. Let me hear you again.
Somebody who don't want nothing from her, somebody who could pay their own tab, somebody that's going to hold her accountable, somebody who ain't scared of her, somebody who's going to tell her when she's wrong. I was like, we would be really good friends together. And I was glad when you reached out to me and we started hanging out and we had some.
I don't know about y'all, but I ain't never became friends with nobody to prove a point. I ain't never said I want to be her friend to show her how good life can be. I want to be her friend because I got my own money. I want to be her friend. Friendship is based off chemistry, similarities, common beliefs, energy, values, openness. That sounds very strategic to me.
Some really good times. We did, honestly and truthfully, we had great times the whole way through until you came with this fuck shit.
Okay, so they had great times. Do y'all hear that? She was not a horrible friend. The man cleared it up. She was not a horrible friend.
Until you came with the fuck shit. Then, in the midst of the fuck shit, you know, I made a simple request. Can you just say a little something? Well, I'm in the hospital.
Okay, but hold on. That's true. Ain't nothing wrong with him saying, can you clear that up for me? Because I'm a blogger. Girl, I got a little heat on my ass. I'm following. But with a friend that has a perfect track record with you, never lied to you, says, I'm in the hospital. Give me a second. You couldn't give her that? You couldn't give her a benefit of the doubt? I don't think y'all are following me. You've been good to a friend, or they've been good to you. Y'all have one small hiccup that could go right or left. And they say, give me a second, I'm in the hospital. How come y'all don't give each other the benefit of the doubt if you ain't never had no problem with them? And the first time they don't jump or react right when you need them to, all hell breaks loose. I'm curious. I'm not even talking about him and Tamar. I'm talking about some of y'all. One time, give me a second. I'm in the hospital. Remember I text you? Listen, it ain't about Tamar. They're not just, you said girl Pisces are demons in disguise. They might be. I don't know. But my question is, take it off of Tamar. I'm talking to you. The violent experience. I'm talking to you. That's why you got to meet me and listen to me. I said, in your friendships, how come y'all be writing y'all good friends off when there's one thing that goes wrong? I'm in the hospital. Give me a second. But it's just a question. I purposely said, don't focus on them. Just y'all. And some of y'all have done that. You said, no, the heck, Pisces are not demons. Listen, so one time, and he lit her ass up.
No, I didn't say. I said, okay, girl. You had Phil and Norman them called me. You put the statement up for all the 45 minutes and you took it down and started popping off.
She put it up. You were keeping track? Funky, what level? You know what?
Then we thought it was over. And it was over. You had said your piece. I had said my piece. It was done. Your album came out. Your music sound good. You're looking good. Your mouth healed from when you almost died and didn't want to call the ambulance. Then you had to take your ass on L'Oreal's show, and I
see that's what you doing too fucking much for me. You can't regulate, and some of y'all be trying to regulate. You can't fucking regulate her life because that's how you came in the picture. I'm gonna influence her. I'm gonna show her I got my money. All these, so that it's gonna be different. You have whatever you have. This picture of Tamar, you can't regulate Tamar or anybody else. So what? She took her ass on L'Oreal's show. So what? And who are you? I heard you, the violent. You say I agree with the point you're making, though. I say it all the time. I never trip off one thing. Yeah, you got to give your friend the benefit of the doubt. We all be having a bad day. I'd be like, you know what? Everybody can have a bad day. 2 bad days, and I don't mean back to back, right? That means 2 occurrences or something. I'm going to be like, all right. I'm going to start watching now. The third one, if I really care about you, I'm going to be like, listen, I'm only saying something because I want to keep the relationship. Here's the thing. You can't be talking to me like that. Because then I'm going to have to meet you where you are, and I'm not sure how that's going to go or how you going to feel about that. So can we just avoid that? Or AB, if I love you and if I care about you, like you say you loved her. Look, you get what I'm saying? You fired off, Funky, after 45. You say she put it up there. She had her team call you. Hey, hold off. Wait, we working on some. She in the hospital, but still trying to cater to you. Put it up there. They took it down for whatever reason. She quotes scripture. You real mad. And now she should have never been born. Your family, hate to say it, you're psychotic, only for you to end in love. So if the truth be told, thank you, because we've been waiting for it. You got us here 50 minutes. So now we're about to get into the truth part. If the truth be told, I had a good time with her. Is this not what you did to Claudia Jordan? If the truth be told, months after you handed her her ass, months after you sabotaged that show that she got you on, and then only for you to come around months later after causing that lady to lose that income because you sabotaged the show. You said you did. You did. Your words. To come back and say, y'all, that lady ain't never did nothing to me. When I really sat down and thought about it, that lady ain't did nothing to me.
I ain't got nothing against L'Oreal. I love L'Oreal. L'Oreal, I was looking at you a little sideways when you said, well, somebody who you thought was a friend, but I understand you was doing your journalistic.
No, she wasn't. She was giving her opinion like you give your motherfucking opinion. Nigga, you done came up here and outed everybody from Vince to Mendeezy's to Yandy to Nivea to L'Oreal to every motherfucking body else. And now you looking sideways because, and L'Oreal spoke her heart. Tamar didn't say it. L'Oreal says somebody you thought was your friend. Those are her thoughts. That's how she sees you. That ain't journalistic. That's my motherfucking opinion. Just like you got one, she got one. So whatever story you need to tell yourself, L'Oreal said what the hell she said. And that was real in the moment. That ain't journalistic.
Duty, so I'm gonna leave you alone, L'Oreal.
You ain't got no motherfucking choice. And I don't even know L'Oreal, but I'm a buck up. You ain't got no choice, nigga. You've been running hot for 2 days. You might want to sit this one out.
But you took your ass over there to L'Oreal, and instead of just saying, I went out, came home tipsy and drunk, or whatever, it had to start with the mess. I threw a friend, I went to a friend's birthday party. I threw a friend we're not gonna get into like what? Come on now, come on now, girl.
Now look, I don't like that. I don't like that type of shit. When people get out here and think they can debo everybody and be sending passive threats. Look, I'm gonna leave you alone. Let me rewind this. Now you trying to bully L'Oreal and make sure that she don't get out of line. I know a motherfucking threat when I hear one. Okay, so the next time she say something, you coming for her? Jump. Don't wait on an excuse like you did, Tamar. Jump, because you sound like you felt some kind of way about L'Oreal being kiki with Tamar and Nivea anyway. You had a little stank on your breath when you lined that up. Jump, nigga. Don't wait for a technicality. Go ahead. Slam dunk it. Slam dunk it, but don't wait when you're already feeling some kind of way. Yeah, but that's a passive threat. Because what that does is it keeps L'Oreal on her toes. See, y'all don't know how this shit works. Now it's going to cause her to second guess how she moved when she should be able to move freely about the cabin, just like any other fucking blogger. Passive threat. Yes, it was. You don't understand this. You're not a blogger, Jess. Go ahead and yes, that's a passive threat, not a physical threat, a passive threat. I'm going to leave you alone. And then the look after that. We know, he know what he's saying. I know what he's saying.
Hold on. Yeah, we're not going to leave you alone, L'Oreal. But you took your ass. Phil and Norman them called me. You put the statement up. It was over. You had said your piece. I had said my piece. It was done. Your album came out. Your music sound good. You're looking good. Your mouth healed from when you almost died and didn't want to call the ambulance. Then you had to take your ass on L'Oreal's show. And I ain't got nothing against L'Oreal. I love L'Oreal. L'Oreal, I was...
The same way you love Tamar. The same way you love Michelle ATL. The same way you love Claudia. I don't know if I want your kind of love. Because your kind of love causes you to crash out. Because you told me if I was, didn't you say you love Tamar? Don't be saying that. It's like those, you know, when somebody die and they do those on NBC or ABC and they do a show about what happened to them. And they said, every room she walked in, she lit up the room. I don't want to light up the room. I don't want your love. I don't want to light up no rooms. Hell no. I want to be a Debbie Downer. Don't focus on me. Don't love me. Don't like me. Don't want to be my friend. If I was L'Oreal, don't love me. No.
I was looking at you a little sideways when you said, well, somebody who you thought was a friend, but I understand you was doing your journalistic duty, so I'm going to leave you alone, L'Oreal.
If you don't know what that means, I don't know. I can't walk you through it.
But you took your ass over there to L'Oreal, and instead of just saying, I went out, came home tipsy and drunk, or whatever, it had to start with the mess.
She can say what she want to say. You pop your shit every day, all day. Who is you? She can say what she want to say. She can tell her story. Didn't you say Mendeezies was rubbing up her thighs? Her booty was hanging out. They were kissing in the Uber. Didn't you say that was your experience? But now she can't speak to her experience, even if it doesn't align with your approval. So now she can't quote her. You quote your experience, what you saw, you running down the timeline. So now the girl can't even. Y'all, if you don't recognize, child.
I threw a friend. I went to a friend's birthday party. I threw a friend. We're not going to get into like what? Come on.
Nah, don't tell me to come on.
Come on, now, girl.
That got you here. That got you here. He summed it up. I went to a friend's birthday. Well, actually, I threw a friend birthday party. We're not going to go there. That caused this motherfucking reaction. No, we not weird. We just think what the hell we want to think. That's it. It ain't no bullying and domineering over here in this motherfucker. It ain't no, where you run with the masses and attack. And no, we don't do that. Everybody's free to think what they want over here. We don't label shit over here because we disagree. This for grown folks. People don't agree with me. I don't agree with them. But we don't start calling names and shit. We don't get into that toxic black behavior that most niggas get into when they can't handle a different opinion. You got to take that somewhere else. We don't start name calling and shit and getting verbally violent because we're not mature enough to say, I disagree. Nope, I'm not riding with that. Queen Sheba, I'm not rocking with you on that. That's cool. But we don't start calling names and labeling people. That's toxic ass behavior. That's toxic behavior. I hear stuff I don't like all the time. I disagree. Y'all got to quit trying to control people because they disagree. And even look, sometimes you learn a lot, even if you disagree. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I'd be like, okay, that's different. I didn't think of that. But y'all got to stop coming in, being volatile, right off grip, and wonder why people have this weird aversion to black people. Because the first thing you reach for is aggression.
And you honestly thought I was just going to sit and let that ride? When I had already told your ass, leave me alone?
You should have.
Fuck the rest of this show. Rashida, I see you down there. But let's talk about it. Let's just talk about it.
It wasn't that serious.
What? All my psychiatric people. What has to be wrong with a person from a psychiatric perspective that they experience trauma?
Okay, let me say this. Here's the thing where Funky keeps jumping in and out of emotions. To me, 1 minute you love her. I tried to love you. So you shouldn't be here. Shouldn't have been born. You are crazy. Nobody likes you. I bet you feel real low sitting at home knowing that I won. The whole public loves me. They like me, not you. 2, you look good. Your music good. You this, you that. Why'd you go on that show? It's too much. And the good thing is we get to witness it. So whatever you're saying could be a possibility with Tamar, hell, it looked like it could go on both sides now.
A medical emergency. And the first thing they do is run to Instagram to say they are.
That wasn't the first thing she did. She called you in a medical emergency. You know, when you put your emergency contact, the first thing she did is called you. Y'all, I can't make this up. She called you. Her friend. You skipped over that part. You skipped over that part. She called you. She called a friend. She didn't go to Instagram. She called her friend. And you were disconnected. You didn't show any compassion. You laughed. You read what you said. And you went back to sleep, I think. And then she asked you for Dr. Heavenly's number. And then you sent the follow-up text. And I'm sure she's trying to remember and remember and remember. And then she did what she always does. She went to the internet. But the first thing she did, she called you, friend.
Almost died. What is that? Why did you even do that? Why?
She did. She called you.
That's where all of this started from. Your undying thirst for attention.
Yeah, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. I cannot. I don't agree with everything Tamar does. I don't. But at the same time, he's still going off. Obsessive. Still going off. But like, you got to know when to stop funky. And I'm not saying you can't get your lick back, but you went into an area you didn't have to go into. It's just weird. Okay. So do y'all want to, let's do this. Let me open up the lines. You don't have to agree over here. Let's take a 30-second break. I'm going to pour me a glass of wine, child, because damn. Okay. I'm going to pour me a glass of wine. Everybody go, well, are y'all at work or y'all should be home now? It's 5:30, right? All right, everybody get a cup of tea. We're going to take a 30-second break. And then I'm going to open the line. Okay, let's do that. Let me give me a small glass of good red wine. Let me go open up my bottle, a bottle of red, because child. Okay. DT say it's 4:30. DT, it's go ahead, get you one. Mr. Carbone say he just got to work. Don't do it. Get you a Coca-Cola now. Get you a Coke. Get you a Coca-Cola. If you're at work, get you a Coke. Get you a cup of water. Something like that. We're going to take a small break. I always lose y'all when I take a break. Give me a couple of seconds. Pour a glass of wine. We're going to drop the link. All right, all right. Thank you, everybody, for hanging in there. We are back. We are back. So what we're going to do now, y'all, I got me a good glass of Merlot. Okay, I got me a nice red wine. Oh, Lord, I got beautiful wine glasses, too. Because I like big wine glasses where I can put my wine in and feel like a nice little lady, okay? So we're going to go ahead and drop the link. This is your time to shine. Everybody, blunt break. No, I don't. Nah, I don't smoke no blunts. Nah, I get a glass of wine. That's it. Or a dirty martini. I like dirty martinis. All right, we're dropping the link. Listen, y'all, we don't try to regulate how people feel over here. So we don't let people speak their mind now uninterrupted. That's what we're gonna do. Unfortunately, I can't let you go and fire off for 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, right? I got to be fair. I want to make sure everybody gets in and get to speak their piece. It doesn't matter who you are for, okay? So you can be for Tamar, you can be for Funky Dineva. We good. We straight over here, okay? Don't feel like you have to curtail what you have to say. Stand on business. The lines are open. Let me see. And then I got a couple of super chats that are flowing in. I'll take my time and read those while y'all gather the courage, and then we'll take it from there. Here we go. All right. I can hear people coming in backstage. I see y'all. Hang out for me. Give me 1 second. And let's get to this money, 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 money comes to me. Flowing effortless. Oh, we got a lot of people calling in. All right. I see some favorites because I know they're about to fire off. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. I got to put my overlay back on. Here we go. We got some super chats coming in.
Money, yes. Money, money, money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money, 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 money comes to me, comes to me. Money, 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 money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money, 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 money comes to me. Money, 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 money.
All right, money, 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 money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Listen, I'm supposed to be doing Megan Thee Stallion right now. Y'all, I'm going to go ahead and push that back until tomorrow morning. I will see y'all then. I love y'all, but we have to get down on this Funky Dineva and Tamar Braxton commentary. So thank you for the 50 piece and a pepper. Let's see, who is this? Who sent this in? Express yourself. Thank you. We appreciate you. You said, truth be told, Queen Sheba, the scorpion is keeping it 1,000. I agree. Thank you, duh. Let's go to Great Karma 777. Thank you for the 5 piece and a pepper. Great Karma says, he said home court as in the Atlanta sector. Who does not like her? This is too much. Make it stop. It's a lot. It's an overkill. AAW 1976. Thank you for the 5 piece and a pepper. You said he is just plain evil. It is a lot to digest. It's a lot. Listen, let me go with everybody. Hang out for a second. Let me go with Unnatty. Unnatty, welcome, girl.
Hey, Queen, it's been
Girl,
a
where you
minute.
been?
I've been working. I'm subbing at school, and I'm in the self-contained room, and old babies wear me out. But I started listening while they was napping, and I listened to you all the way home.
Okay.
With
What's your
friends
thought?
like Funky, nobody needs your built-in enemy with a friend like Funky.
Unnatty, you sound a little low. Can you speak up just a little bit? You there, Unnatty? Uh-oh. She may have gotten a call. Okay, Unnatty, I took you off. Get that audio right. Let me drop the link for you. You had a little bit of an echo. Okay, Unnatty, you got an echo. Drop down, come right back up. Reconnect your audio. Let's go to Mauricio. Mauricio, welcome.
Hello, Queen. How are you doing?
Good. What are your thoughts?
So my first thought is I would like for you to try some Flowers Pinot Noir.
I had it yesterday.
Do you love it? I love it. Okay.
$1 bottle, right? Yesterday.
Yes. Oh, my favorite. My first thought is I would like everyone in the stratosphere to understand this is a public service announcement to all women. Please understand and know your history and your surroundings. Tamar, and even what's the other girl's name? Candy. We can go by history and show you what low budget men do to high value women, since they want to use these words so eloquently these days. Men do not appreciate a woman of high value. They want to use a woman with high value. They will tear you down no matter what. History has said this over time again, from Bessie Smith to present day. Nina Simone went through it. Husband beat her up, took her money. Tamar Braxton, the same thing with the boyfriends, the husbands, and even your friends. There's no such thing as a really great man friend, right? And not even. I want to say that if the man shows himself to what he is, that's who he is, and you have to take that at face value. He's not going to change for you, whether that be a relationship or a friendship. This man has dogged out. What's this girl's name? Michelle A.T. Alien. I mean, left and right. Why wouldn't he do that to her? It's just, you have to understand and know your surroundings. And at the end of the day, you have to take accountability for who you put in your circle.
All right, Marisha, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm going to drop you down. Don't worry. I got you.
Okay.
All right, I got you. That's Marisha. Let me go back to Natty really quick to see if our audio is working.
Can you hear me?
Okay, Natty, you got the floor.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am. You have the floor.
With friends like Funky, you have a built-in enemy. You don't have to go look for one. It was Lord and Lord to say she should never been born. That lady did not, even when it first happened, she never said he did anything to her. He came out and said, you left the people speculating I did something. He put that in the atmosphere, not her. Baby, I should be Tamar's third cousin. I'd be Funky in a dark alley. We wouldn't be worried about him no more. Because he was disgusting. But he had always been disgusting for black women. He calls us fish. He not only did he do Michelle, he did Claudia. He turned on Mel like a dime. He called her all kind of whores and bitches. It's not the first time. And it's not going to be the last. So I don't call him. I'm still not going to call him out of his name. But you are one disgusting individual. You are lower than life. And you should burn in the pits of hell.
Woo. All right. Damn. That's Natty. Natty, I'm going to go to the next caller, okay?
All right.
All right, that's Natty, y'all. LaDawn, hang out for me. I got you because I know you straight. Hold on, LaDawn. Let me go to Kelly Prosper. Kelly, welcome to Feisty. You're up next. Kelly.
Hey, Queen. Hey, everybody. You know, I'm so glad I caught this live because I was at work and I was like, dang, I'm going to have to catch the playback. So this is my thing. I see a lot of people, a lot of women who make up the majority of his demographic that watches his content. We make a lot of excuses for people's behavior when we don't like the person they're in opposition of. But what was the excuse when he disrespected Chloe Bailey unprovoked? What was the excuse when he called Blue Ivy ugly as a child when she was still a baby and compared her to an animal? What was the excuse when he talked about the underage girls featured on Dancing Dolls when Bring It was still on television? What was the excuse when he came in opposition to Claudia Jordan? He never has this energy for men. What excuses are we going to use then? See, it's really easy to ride the we don't like Tamar train and she deserved this simply because we don't like her. But at the end of the day, there's a pattern of behavior that exists for this man. There's a pattern of behavior. And we can sit here and go on and act like, oh, it's isolated, but it's not. Every single relationship that he has with a actual celebrity that is a woman leads down to him on his YouTube channel telling their personal business and calling them out their name. And this is documented. This has been going on for over 10 years since he's been on YouTube. All roads leads back to him having an issue with the woman and disrespecting her publicly on his platform and exploiting that person for profit. Even more so, it's a very interesting time to be making inflammatory statements about people with no proof, since this generation of celebrities are not having it with you bloggers. It is the season for a lawsuit. And I would make him go to court and prove I was tongue kissing Mandesis in front of him. Where's the proof? I don't care if it's true or not. You can't go on your YouTube channel and say whatever you want to say. You just can't.
All right. That's too feisty, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Too Feisty. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. I'm going to take Too Feisty down. Look, Kelly Prosper. I thought Kelly was talking. Kelly, let me drop the link for you. That was Too Feisty. Let me drop it for Kelly. Okay. Let me go to Trust Your Heart. A Pearl, you're up next. Not yet, A Pearl. Trust Your Heart, you're on mute. Welcome. What are your thoughts?
Hey, Queen and the Palace and chat. First and foremost, and I know that you didn't ask this, Queen, but congratulations, or you didn't know I was going to say this, but congratulations on your future endeavors. And I'm just hoping that we can, all of us, can continue to do what you've asked and, you know, kind of dive in and get you there. So, look, I'll just say this real quick. Tamar, I like Tamar, period, right? Now, Tamar, I don't like everything that she does. I think that Tamar had a rough little upbringing, no excuse. She just has to stay in therapy. However, a young lady has to be a young lady, and I truly believe that if that is true, and I'll share that in a minute, it's just not ladylike. Number one, it's another person's husband, man, or whatever he is, and everyone knows it. And not only that, it just wasn't ladylike. But two, my God, having a friend like Funky and all of her business out there, if it's true, it's just unfortunate. And I also have to say this again. I like Tamar. I believe what he's saying for one reason. I just believe he has too many details, and then I just believe that he's probably going to be able to get receipts. But and so it's just unfortunate for Tamar. But what I will say is this too shall pass, and I am standing on business.
Kelly, thank you. Trust Your Heart. That's Trust Your Heart. I was talking on mute, y'all. Let's go to Kelly. Kelly, what are your thoughts?
Hi, Queen. Thank you so much for honing in on the psychological and the behavioral traits. I so love your show. I just wanted to say this is very unfortunate.
Okay. That's it, Kelly? Kelly, we
Don't
lost
know, guys. I'm having technical issues.
Okay, you're good. We can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, we can hear you. Go ahead, Kelly.
There's some feedback in the line. I'm not really sure if it's on my end or yours.
You're good, Kelly. Keep talking. You're good.
I just wanted to say it's very unfortunate what happened with Tamar and Funky Dineva. I'm not really sure where it's coming from, but there seems like there's something much deeper going on with Funky Dineva. But with friends like that, who needs enemies? I said what I said.
All right. That was Kelly Prosper. We're going to drop Kelly down and go to the next caller. Hold on. Let's go to let me go to Sharon W. Sharon, welcome. What are your thoughts? Sharon, you're on mute. What are your thoughts, Sharon, on today's conversation?
Hello? Okay. Hi. Hi, Queen. Hi, everybody else. My thought is simple. If Tamar, who had told what happened, she purposely want to keep her private thing, who the person that she was trying to, who she was with, she's trying to keep it private for a reason. Number two, the reason why most celebrities don't call the police, because once you call the police, everybody be interviewed. So she didn't want somebody to assume something else happened, and the first thing that happened, it could be on the news. And for FD, he's surrounded himself around YouTubers and some celebrities down where he's at. And what he does, to me, he's a sneak. He just sit back and watch you and be in your presence on purpose. And then going to when something happens or something against him, he come and tell your secrets. And that's what he's been doing. So nothing. He always put himself in a situation, even though he said he don't want to be involved, but he is involved, and that's it.
All right. Thank you, Sharon. I'm gonna mute you up. Sharon got a little bit of background noise, but that was Sharon. She said that's it. That's her opinion. Let me go to LaDawn, and y'all, let me I forgot to say, let's keep it to 60 seconds so I can make sure I get everybody that's calling in. LaDawn, welcome. What are your thoughts, LaDawn?
Hey, Queen. First of all, I want to say, Funky in this situation is the drama queen and the attention seeker. Tamar did not mention him, not one time. He got on his live and his followers were asking him what happened because we seen you was in pictures with her. So therefore, he inserted himself and kept dragging it. And I think that I'm sick of him calling people fish and women fish and this and that. And when somebody says something back, it's a homophobic slur or, gay bashing, but yet they're heterosexual bashing. It's equal to me. He's disgusting. He's doing exactly what he wanted to do. And he's a leech. He only be around those celebrities to make what he wants. He does not like women. And I don't like when other women support him and say, well, I don't like that, but he is funny on these things. And I don't believe nothing he said. Because if people went upstairs, you don't know what they did. You know what I mean? And people thought in the beginning that there was something going on, and they didn't realize she was shooting a video. So I don't believe nothing he says. Nothing at all.
Thank you, LaDawn. And y'all, right now in real time, this man is still taunting this woman. Let me show you. Thank you, LaDawn. You can hang out if you like. Look, let me read this super chat. Thank you, Mama, too, for the 10-piece and a pepper. She says, Queen Sheba, you can't, and I won't. I'm no Tamar fan, but this is why I do not deal with a lot of ninjas. This is Mad Day at its worst. Funky Dineva is mean-spirited. The nastiness is crazy. Same nastiness he showed towards Kiki. Hey, Pearl, for you. You got to come back now, Pearl. Thank you, Mama, too. Pearl, you got to get comfortable, Pearl. We be having long lines now. Y'all, watch this. I kid you not. This is happening. Hold on. This is happening in real time. Right now, Funky Dineva is going, he's stalking this lady. Because here's the thing, Funky, you got to be one and done. But if she blocked you, how do you have access to her story? 2 hours ago, y'all, since we've been on this live, Tamar Braxton posted, and again, no tea, no shade, it didn't work. He fired off. Listen, and some people say, well, that's his right. It is. But you got to be able to control yourself as a content creator, because now you're about to get out of pocket and it's going to look like you have this weird and strange obsession with Tamar Braxton as a content creator, the same way Malago Grams was accused of having this weird obsession with Meg Thee Stallion. Look, right here. This man just posts, it absolutely did work. You're the laughing stock of the whole internet. Sir, I'm not, sir. He says, what didn't work was that bogus statement you released on that letterhead, just wasting that lawyer man good paper. No one believes you and everyone sees you for the common attention seeker that you are. Y'all see how she can't just leave it alone? Sir, you control you. Too busy trying to get the last word. Letty, please go sing. Letty, to my lady. Letty, please go sing or sneak around with somebody else's man. Whatever you do, just leave me alone. She's not bothering you. You on her shit. Watching her story. And my grandmother used to say, if you're not looking, you can't see. You looking and stalking that lady. That lady. Welcome, Alexis Life. What are your thoughts?
Hi, Queen. Good evening. Good evening, everyone.
Hey, Alexis. What do you think about all this, girl?
This is very disappointing to watch. And I just wanted to say we're all Black women, and we have to all remember that regardless of her behavior or things she has done in the past, right, we're all Black women. Misha ATLN was right. She was right about everything she has said. This is very sad to see. Thank you, Queen.
Thank you. Thank you, Alexis Life. Y'all, and I think what may have just triggered him 28 minutes ago is because the Jasmine brand reposted Tamar Braxton's story and Funky Dineva fired off. She says, it's just ridiculous. It's like either you're going to be a blogger or you're going to be a stalker. You get what I'm saying? You got to be able to move on. And even if you spin the block, you can't go 3, 4, 5, 6 days against one person. It just doesn't look very bloggy. And I get where y'all are coming from as subscribers, but us bloggers that really understand and know, we know, like, Pearl, come on back up here. Pearl keeps coming in and out. So us bloggers understand, most of us. You can't stay there too long because you're going to look like a stalker. You're going to look like a bully. And you're no longer a blogger. Pearl, welcome.
Hello, Queen. How are you?
Good, good, good. What are your thoughts?
Unpopular opinion. Okay. First, both Funky and Tamar are messy. I don't care for either one of them. Okay. They're the same person. They, everything that Tamar does is the same thing that Funky does. They feed off of each other's energy. That's why it just keeps going on and on and on. But just to be honest, which is sad to say, I actually agree with Funky a little more than Tamar in regards to this because Funky, he told her first of all, they know how each other are. So he told her, don't say anything about me. Keep my name out your mouth. Don't send no subs. Don't do anything or I'm going to tear you up. And guess what? Tamar, she chilled for a minute and then she was like, oh, let me step out and try this. And he showed her what he was going to get. I can't be mad at Funky for that. I can't be mad at Tamar for that. That's what they do. This is a game between them. Now, as far as Funky telling Tamar's business, that's wrong and foul and everything else. But he pretty much told her in those warnings, that's what I'm going to do. And it makes you think, does she really not care? I mean, she's like, okay, yeah, you're supposed to have, people in your circle that you can trust. But you already know that Funky didn't consider himself in her circle like that. He was not okay with being a flunky. So for her treating him like a flunky, how did she think he was going to react? So I cannot feel sorry for Tamar. I don't feel sorry for Funky. I just think, he's the dumb spider because everybody now knows who he is. And so he is going to ultimately destroy himself, which at the end of the day is just karma. And if Tamar keeps on with, what she's doing or whatnot, ultimately she is going to destroy herself. Nobody has to step in and help that. They'll do it to themselves.
Good points. You know what? You make sense to me. Thank you. That's a Pearl. She's saying, listen, I said what I said. Thank you, Pearl. Let's go to Eyes Don't Lie. Welcome. What are your thoughts? Eyes Don't Lie.
Hi.
Hey, are you there?
Can you
Eyes
hear me?
don't. Yeah, you kind of low. Let me see. Can you get close to your mic?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead. You have the floor.
Yes. So I love Tamar and I love Funky for two different reasons.
Is it me or did her mic go out? Let's see. Let's do a
But
mic
this
check.
has gone too far.
Yeah, I agree.
Gone too far. He has went so low. Can you hear me?
Oh, no, you're good. Go ahead. Go ahead.
He went too far. I don't know if he's having personal issues within himself and he's taking it out on Tamar, but the internet went after him.
Okay. Eyes, I'm gonna take you down. Come back up. Your Your audio's going in and out. They said it's real bad. So she gonna reconnect, y'all. She gonna come back. Let me go to Dexy. Dexy, welcome. Dexy, what you think about all
Dexy,
this?
what you think about all this?
Hey, Queen. How y'all doing? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Dexy. You have a
I
little
can
bit
hear
of an
you, Dexy.
echo.
You have a little bit of an
So
echo.
I'm going on mute.
Okay,
So I'm going on mute.
okay. So I am driving. But you had me cracking up when you said, "Who told you to go to that channel?" I was like, "Oh my gosh!" But it does very much sound like manic episodes. I've seen it so many times. I've seen like people beat you, get all their frustrations out on you, and be like, "Oh, now you hungry?" Or, "Oh, now I'm gonna get on top of you." So I saw that when you were explaining it and when he was talking. And then when it comes to Tamar and friendships, all of that all together, it's kind of like I'm so glad that I've met the people in my life that I have, because I grew up and was around older people a lot, at a very young age. And the women in my life, they would say, "Oh, girl, don't do that," or something like that. And I never felt like they were hitting my hand with a ruler. I just respected it. I'm like, "Well, thank you. I didn't know that was a problem. Oh, I didn't know I was kikiing too much with your dude." You know what I'm saying? But I really appreciate it, because I've had so many relationships that could have ended just because I didn't know, or because I was in the wrong. But talking about it and actually being there for each other, and being able to identify when somebody does not have your back will really save a lot of us. And that's all I want to say. Thank you so much, Queen, and thank you, Chad.
All right, that's Dexy, everybody. Thank you, Dexy. We appreciate you coming up and sharing your thoughts. Let's go to the next caller, and thank you, everybody, for being so patient. Star Child, what are your thoughts on today's conversation?
Hi, Queen Sheba, darling. Hello, Chad. All I got to say is, with friends like Funky Deneva, who needs enemy?
That's
That's
it.
it. That's
That's
all.
all right. That's it. That's all. That's Star Child. She said, "You heard me. With friends like that, who needs enemies?" And thank you, Trust Your Heart Blessings, for the 10 piece and a pepper to the channel, because we love her some chicken with peppers on the side. So thank you. Thank you for blessing the channel. Let's see. Hold on. We got Dexy. Let me go ahead and drop Dexy. Is there anybody else that would like to share their opinion? Because some of you are, you know what? Because B Scott, Will too, you down there really saying a lot. Let me drop the link. I like people that can that say it. You can't be abusing the chat now. Come on up here and say it. What are your thoughts? B Scott Will. I just dropped the link just for you. B Scott Will too. Because you're not from around these parts. Because see, I know y'all come from like toxic chats and stuff like that, where y'all just get to attacking each other. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do. And that's what y'all are used to. And those are the content creators you follow. And so you mimic those behaviors. But around here, don't attacking nobody if they ain't attacked you. All right, we got another caller. I am making sure everybody got everything muted in the background. Uncontrollable. Welcome. What are your thoughts?
I'm just up here to say that I'm from New York, and if it's anybody in the chat that's from New York that know how Mendices had ran, they know this don't sit right in that realm. Um, I used to run them streets uptown from where Mendices is from, because I'm in New York, and all of this snitching that don't really sit right with everybody else. So it's not even really Tamar that Funky Butt got to deal with. He got to be careful of the quote unquote the street guys, and that's all around the board. Because one thing street guys don't do is you need to report Mendices. That don't fly in the streets, at least not in New York. And with street guys anywhere, it really don't matter where you from. that just don't fly in New York. And I know that hands down.
All right. Whew. I think we said that yesterday. Like, oh, wait a minute. You're kind of throwing out a lot of names and a lot of bodies. You may want to keep this
Hmm.
between you and Tamar. I have to agree, uncontrollable. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm out of here. Going to eat
All
my.
right. All right. Let me go to Eyes Don't Lie. Let's give you another run. Mic check 1, 2, 3. Eyes Don't Lie.
Hey,
All
can
right.
you
You
hear
got the
me?
floor. Yep, I'm going on mute. What you got?
He must.
Dang. Eyes Don't Lie. We lost you again. You gonna have to disconnect. Look, I'm gonna drop you down. This is something, y'all. Let me tell you something how this works. Hold on, Eyes Don't Lie. I gotta drop you. Sometimes those AirPods, those wireless things, sometimes you just gotta disconnect them and call in and do the old-fashioned phone to the ear. That's it. That's all. We're gonna give it a couple of seconds. Y'all, we've been in here over 3 hours. We gotta get up out of here. Oh, you give up? Try one more time. Give it, girl. Always push it. Don't give up. That was 2. Give it one more time. Come on, Eyes Don't Lie. Let me walk you to success. Come on. Don't give up. One more time. We're going to wait on you. Trust your heart blessings. I got you. I see your super chat. It came through. Thank you for the 10-piece and the pepper. I read it earlier. I didn't want you to think it got deleted. Desira, don't be deleting super chats. Desira getting my people all nervous. You said teach us a definition of fame versus being real, rich, or poor. There's rich people that want to be famous. If you think about like there's a distinct difference, right? There's rich people that have way more money than you, me, you, and will give anything to have a platform on reality television just to have the visibility. A Pearl for you said, how's it going too far when you both are pressing the gas? Because she didn't say the things that he said about her. Come on, y'all. We got to be fair.
Didn't warrant it.
Yeah, he's a head-on collision. He's saying she should have never been born. He's saying everything that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I guess we'll end there. So I can listen. Thank you, everybody, because I got to come back a little bit later.
All right. See you later. I'll be back.
All right. I'll see y'all tonight for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Hey, Aunt Natty.
See you later, Queen. And
All
one more
right.
thing. If he was so uncomfortable around her and Mendeece's, why did he keep going?
Thank you. Now he's trying to clean it up to make it seem like he's not the type of person that will watch another woman's husband cheat with a. You shouldn't have said nothing. You wouldn't have to clean it up. Just be quiet. Don't say
Well, he
nothing.
bragged about being with a married man, so he should be very comfortable with that.
Thank you. Now, and then he said the girl didn't do nothing to him. He said, if the truth be told, we had a great time. We had a good time together. Okay, so how do we get here?
He's just demon spirited.
So, yeah, it's a lot. I feel like it's a lot, and he's still going. But that's how he's choosing. You can't tell somebody, listen.
Let him
I
keep on
get it,
going.
huh?
Let him keep on going. There's more evidence. Now you harassing. You stalking.
Yeah.
Let him keep on going. He say he a rich bitch. We gonna see.
What you think?
If I was Tamar, I'd take him straight to court. He got all that mouth. Let's go. He done threw Vince in there. He done threw Yandy in there. See, you can get a whole lot of lawsuits right now, partner. I'm not saying it was a threesome, but you insinuated it. But you wanted Tamar to clean up when people asked you about what happened and she never mentioned your name. But you throwing other people's name in there. So if they come ask you to clean it up, are you going to clean it up immediately? I think not.
And Janice, come on, Janice. People insinuate a lot, not even about bloggers. All your family members, for those of you that are co-workers and insinuated it, whatever. But we all not. I mean, I'm not saying he don't have a right to pop off. But damn, Funky, you've been going We headed into 48 hours now. You still going? This
Okay.
the
She may have insinuated it, but he is flat out saying it. That's the difference. That's the
He
difference.
did not insinuate. He believes. I get what you're
That's what
saying.
I say. He may
believes.
believe that,
I got you.
but he is actually doing it. So that's the difference. I can believe one thing, but you put yours in action.
Yep. Ooh. All right. It's a lot.
I'll see you tonight, Queen.
Okay. I'll see y'all tonight. I got you, Love and Mary Tunsteville people. All right. Thank you, Aunt Natty.
All right, bye-bye.
Everybody. All right. We got 3 hours, y'all. I'll see you back in 3 hours. All right. Ooh, y'all. It's a lot. Let me take a break. I'll see y'all a little bit later. Bye-bye.